It's almost time for the Real Housewives of Atlanta review, featuring Shady B, the best beard on YouTube, and Mace Monroe, the wig. You guys ready? Let's get into it. Starts now.
Mace, Tyrone not coming.
I'm trying to see if Tyrone, why he's not answering. What's going on?
He's not coming. He was never coming. He was
Why
never
is
coming.
Why is he
I don't know what to tell you. His lawyer just called. He said that he laid up with another female. He laid up with another female. He can't come.
You mean to tell me he laid up with so why he couldn't call me?
Because you wasn't next to him in the first place. You was just, you was a pen pal. You was a pen pal.
So Tyrone said, no. Now I'm gonna try to call him again.
Wanted you.
What does it mean when the phone rings once and then it goes to voicemail?
It means you're blocked. It means you're blocked, Mace. Hey, J.
Rock. Hey, J. Rucker. Damn, Rob. Damn.
Welcome to another episode of Let's Get Into It with me, Shady B, and Mace, the wig.
I'm be Cheray today.
I don't need nobody to be Cheray in life. Don't be a Cheray. Use Cheray as an example of what not to do and what not to be. Of what not to waste your money on. A big house with nobody in it but you. And now you living in there with your mama and your family. What's the point?
Well, at least it is. Didn't they say it was Chateau Thelma?
It is Chateau Thelma because it's
so
still
Thelma. Like I'm right here in my house.
I mean, hey, Thelma ain't going nowhere because actually, her name is on the deed.
Right. Thelma said, I may go on vacation and get missing for a couple of days, a couple of weeks, and come back, but this is my house.
I just want y'all to know if you're a Cheray fan, if you're a Marlo fan, you might not like this video at all. You're probably not gonna like it, but it's definitely needed and warranted. So we're gonna start off with She by Herself. No, actually, we're not gonna start with She by Herself. We're gonna start with Drew, whose man is still here. We're gonna start with Drew.
She who sits alone will be. We'll be back to her later.
We'll get to She by Herself in a minute, but let's talk about Drew and Kenya for a minute. So we're going to touch on really quickly what happened last week as far as Kenya identifying with Drew's relationship and pointing out the flaws that she sees in what's his name, Ralph. And I agree with her, to an extent. But at the same time, you didn't have that same mouth when
right when she was Ken.
Yeah, when you were Ken, you shut up.
Yeah, Ken knew better. She was getting flashbacks of Ken and thinking about what she should have did or could have, would have did.
I felt like Ken wanted to have a husband so bad. She wanted to have a family, and I don't blame her for that. She's getting up in age, so she's gonna want those things. But
yeah, but at what sacrifice? Like this man was talking to her any kind of way, like Ken. Did you do this, Ken? Ken, didn't I tell you? Ken, Ken. Oh no, Ken, you don't do like. Oh my! I never and to see such strong women buckle like that. That's what's like. Oh, it just makes me cringe. Like,
yeah, it's sad to see, and it's also sad to watch you. Outside in the cold, sitting by yourself, ordering drinks for yourself,
crying like that. I was feeling bad for her because you really see Cheray really get emotional, for her to be sitting there like.
Well, since we're on it, let's get on She by Herself because that's really. Let's talk about She by Herself. She went to Philly because they were in New York. She went to Philly to sit down, have a conversation with Tyrone. Film with Tyrone, and he left her hot and dry.
Dry.
I think she's the only one that was surprised by it, though. It really was.
Was she? And I don't know.
My thing is, you're dating a guy from jail. What do you expect? He was in jail when you met him, wasn't he?
Right. And this guy has the rumors with him and Nene, the shady business tactics.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when Nene was down to the cashing Trump checks, you know, how he was, a party promoter.
Mm-hmm.
Like he was just a shady character from the beginning.
The reason why I don't feel bad for Cheray, because at her age, she should know better. It's for her to be so bougie and, one of the best things in life, and you go and get someone straight out of prison.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Hey, Cleo.
Hey, Cleo.
And, and then what also kills me is people who walk in front of a train, the train hits them, but then they want to have a pity party afterwards. We all saw this coming, and I think I'm not that type of friend that's going to be on the phone with you having a pity party if I tried to tell you ahead of time and you didn't listen.
Yeah.
So, do you agree that, her friends should be rallying behind her at this moment, or should they just let her deal with it herself?
They should be supporting her, but with a strong, you should have known better. So she won't get, in this type of situation again, hopefully. Because, like, girl, you picked this man up from prison and he was already being shady from the beginning. Like, and now he's in prison for some white collar scamming. You was about to be scammed. You and Chateau Thelma was about to, like, you don't even know. Probably he did you a favor because you was back on TV. Because I do believe if she wasn't on TV and having this access again that she has now, I think he would have took Chateau Thelma. But I think he can't do it now because now, like, who told you to hook up back up with Bravo? You know what I'm saying? And get back on TV. And now, so he had to back up the best way he could and even the interview he did with Tasha K, did you happen to see it?
No, I didn't. But what happened?
He was down there acting like he didn't know Cheray. Like, him and Cheray were never together. Like, basically, he pulled the old Nancy Mariah. Like, who is she?
He was in prison, so
I don't know her.
He was talking to a lot of people.
Yeah, he was just like, me and her wasn't never together, and or like
you was a pen pal. You was a pen pal. You was emailing back and forth, and you got attached. You made him your storyline like 3 years ago, and you've been holding on to it ever since.
Yeah, I'm like, boy, and then for him to get on Tasha K and act the way he did, like we heard the phone calls, Lyrone, as Terrence calls him. Like we heard the phone calls. Like this was scamming at its best. Like.
Was she sending him money while he was in prison?
I believe so.
Yeah, he was doing what he knew how to do. That's what got him in there. He scammed. So yeah, I don't know why it's a surprise. I don't know why y'all acted surprised that she left, that Tyrone left her. It's not a surprise to me. So I just feel like as a mother, Cheray has young daughters. Like you should be setting an example at this point. Like it's not like you're 21. You're 50. You're almost 50.
Like almost. I think she's almost 60. Hey, Ray.
She's past 50.
She has to be past 50. If Nene's past 50, I think she's past 50.
At this point, it seems like you would know better. You're too gullible to be that old. And then he has the nerve to call the next day and say, "What's up?"
And I don't even think he called the next day. I think that's a lie she said. I think that was a lie she said to cover, he called and I didn't answer the phone and I didn't call. I just hung up the phone and I didn't call him back to save face with, so she won't look completely stupid. But girl, he did not call you because he had you blocked. So when you called your daughter, what does it mean? That means you're blocked.
And that's a shame.
Yeah.
The least he could have did was tell her, "Hey, I'm not going to be."
He didn't call her. She was blocked.
What was the reason? Was it the fact that she kind of bum rushed him with the Bravo stuff, or what was it? Was he not?
I think he was trying to scam her out of all she owns, and when he found out that he was a part of the storyline. Like, wait, hey, I'm a criminal. You trying to put me on TV, girl? Like, I got to get out this situation. I got to get out of this.
I don't think he was ready for the cameras.
Right.
Y'all put y'all red flags in the chat.
Because it was definitely the red flags on the play, right?
red flags was there. So leading back to last week, can you go into more detail on the issue with Sanya, how the issue with Sanya and Drew started? Because it didn't really make sense.
Sanya is really, like I said before, this is not her first rodeo dealing with reality TV. You know, she definitely knows the game and knows how to like trying to make her presence known and trying to get more camera time. Mm-hmm. Because the way she nitpicked with Drew, and I don't even really see it for Drew like that, but I like, what are you doing, Sanya? Like she's, you know, I wanted to let you know, being that I was your friend, I couldn't be in full. She waited until she got in front of the whole group of girls to like get Drew together. Like, I don't like the way you put your hand in Cheray's face. And I just want to let you know, as a friend, I couldn't support that. You know, it's something that I couldn't support. So Drew is looking like, wait, where's this coming from? This is coming from left field. Like we were together today, you know, I had my team there and they touched up your makeup. We was all in my room together. But Sonya excuse was, all the people was in there, like the glam team or whatever, and she didn't want to talk about it amongst all the people. So now you want to talk about it amongst all the girls. Like, it just didn't make sense. Like, girl, you could have called me on the phone. You could have texted me.
Exactly. And really, she has no reason to be mad because that had nothing to do with her.
Right. Absolutely. She's looking for a moment. She's trying to get up, you know, she's trying to get all up in the mix.
She chose Drew because she's the perfect victim. I agree. She's the weakest on the show right now. Cynthia gone. So the next
Drew's definitely the new Cynthia until, you know, Drew got to do a karate kick like Cynthia when she kicked Portia in the stomach. Nobody knew that Cynthia had that horsepower in her.
I don't think she had it in her because you remember when she was messing with Derwin and that girl Melanie came down there. Didn't she slap her or something?
I think Melanie slapped her. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that girl Melanie slapped her. So I don't think she got it in her.
Well, she better bring it up in her. She better bring it out, try to dig something up, you know, conjure some Chicago, like she from Chicago, you know, dig down, you know, and gust up the Windy City, you know, and have a backbone. Because she did step up her fashions. I'm going to need for her to step up her backbone. Like, don't let her do that to you.
And really, Sanya is, I feel like she's reaching really hard. She wants to be a part of the scene. I just made up my mind. I don't think she's a good fit for the show. I just don't. I just feel like she's trying too hard. She's acting like a fan instead of, you know, an equal.
Right, yeah.
She's more of a fan. She is too old. I have little sympathy I had for her went away that night. Yeah.
Yeah. She's definitely too old to be like, girl, like you almost 60. This is your second lap. You know, you had your time with Bob and how you know, and all the players and then that what's that guy that was lying that he was a love coach, a professional, you know.
That he's a professor or something.
It's like scammers are attracted to Cheray. They just see her coming. But I think the real thing, I think Cheray needs to try the other side. Cheray needs to go to the other side of the tracks. I think she needs to switch over her team, and I think it'll work out for her.
I think she'll have more luck over there, you know, because
I think she should switch teams.
Know how to pick them. Cleo says, "I like Sanya, but that turned me off. She gave Drew way too much energy." Yeah, it wasn't that serious, and you should understand. Drew is upset because her husband got called out, and she got embarrassed at the table. So, I mean, all's fair. I don't see it.
She brought up like you put your hand in Cheray's face. Girl, that was weeks ago. Like,
yeah. And it wasn't that bad. It was not that bad.
And girl, was it your face? Because I would have turned around, gave her a reason now.
And you thought it was
me. Like now, be mad at me.
It seemed like I remember her laughing, but I could be wrong. I beat the shit. Said I don't see it for Sneaky. I don't think Kenya did anything this episode, in my opinion. Ray all day says all Sanya had to do was excuse the glam team and talk. Yeah,
right.
Yeah. Nola said not step up your backbone.
Yeah, step it up. Hey, Nola.
Hey, thick girl.
Hey, thick girl.
So I just wanted to find out what was the issue with Sanya, because you got her mama involved, her mama getting riled up.
Like her show that was on, I don't know how it got canceled because she did make it interesting. Glam and Gold that she had, I think it was on WeTV. If I'm not mistaken.
It was kind of boring.
It was, but she was trying to give a lot of sense, like her and her sister too. When her and her sister get together, like I think they like she knows she's trying to play. She's playing the reality game, but I think it's going to backfire on her because it's making her unlikable. Because Sanya, like I don't even like Drew like that. Because I got a thing with her ever since she slept with Jerwin. Like I'm still upset about it. She's still Drew. And like you should have never played yourself, girl. So I'm still looking at you like side eyeing. Like, so, but for Kenya to act like this, terrible.
I think Marlo is the bigger snake out of the two. Out of Kenya and Marlo, I definitely think Marlo is the bigger snake.
I don't think Kenya is a snake.
I don't think so either. Especially now. I don't, because Portia's gone and them. She ain't really got nobody to beef with, really, except for Marlo.
And Marlo,
what about Cheray is her hair. And the hair ain't all that either.
Who, Cheray?
Yeah.
We're not going to even discuss Cheray. We're not going to Cheray.
I say she by herself should step into the lady pond, or is she going to be by herself?
Right. This is what I said. She needs to go to the other team. Like, I'm thinking she'll find some luck there because
I'm sure her fingers are tired. We was talking about hands yesterday, and it's just been you and these forever. So I think it's time for you to, get with somebody else.
Right.
So Drew and Kenya meet up at a restaurant, and Drew tells Kenya about the event that Sanya is having, and tells her she got disinvited. I felt like the disinvite was childish, in my opinion.
Yeah, like Sonya is like, she is just trying it. Like, girl.
It was childish, and I think Sanya is being very strategic in who she invited to go to this photo shoot.
She knew who to invite. She Candy has a large following. Candy's very popular. She knows that Kenya is as well.
Yeah. And they both have huge followings. And I think that she wants to attach herself to the bigger brand and not to it.
And what was the name of her stuff, Mommy?
I don't even care what the name of it is because I don't like the way Sanya went about it.
Mommy Nation. Like, first of all, Mommy Nation, and you barely act like you want the child you have. It's very stressful for her. Your husband wants another child, and you like, no.
I don't like the way she did it because she didn't tell the girls that they would be in the photo shoot. She just told them that she wanted support. If you want somebody to actually wear your brand and they are already a brand, you are supposed to clear that ahead of time.
I think she did tell. I think she told Candy.
She didn't tell Candy because Candy was like, I'm gonna let it go and I'm gonna try to be nice. That's what she said.
Candy rolled in with her little roller bag, like she had.
Maybe she thought that she was gonna do something, but I don't think that she knew that she was gonna be in the photo shoot, and that threw Kenya off guard. And
because I know Kenya definitely didn't know, because Kenya was looking like, wait a minute, did you call my agent? Because I'm gonna need a booking fee. But then Kenya asked for like, am I getting free calls?
You should do something for them because people don't do stuff for free. Especially
Kenya said she gonna get something. Like, I'm sorry, I'm gonna get something.
Thick Girl says, when you can't even give your cooch to a horny, newly released jailbird, child, she might be as well okay for the lady team.
Yeah, I think she needs to pull, like, I could see her with like a nice stud. Like, she needs to pull like a Niecy Nash. No, because Niecy Nash I never seen her look so happy.
Wasn't that Niecy Nash's boo that was on P-Valley?
Jessica Bett?
Yeah. Wasn't she on P-Valley?
Was she?
That was her. I want to say that was Niecy Nash's boo. Or
no, P-Valley. That wasn't her. I'm done.
I'm talking about when they was at.
Yes, when they was at the party at the skate rink. Because
yeah.
I was looking because she did look a little familiar, but that's not her.
She looked familiar. I was thinking that was her.
She did look like her, but I don't think that was her. Jessica Bett. I don't think that was her.
I beat the shit said, I agree with Kenya. Don't set me up to work for free. And also, I didn't like the party that she threw later on in the episode. Don't invite me over somewhere to cook.
Right. Why do I have to cook? Me not come here to taste. Me not come here to cook. Me not want to get my hands dirty. Me don't want to touch a scotch bonnet. The bomba clutch if I bring me there.
That's ghetto. If you're supposed to be showing us your culture, why are we cooking it? You supposed to be showing...
come here, me if I massage the meat. Me can't do that.
it looks good at the end of the day, but at the same
It
time,
did. I was like, ooh.
I was like, don't invite me nowhere. I would have been like Drew and showed up at the end when all the food was cooked, because I'm not finna be in there cooking.
Right, and they had Mama Joyce down to the kitchen cooking again. I'm like, she's not even cooking in the
Mama
OLG.
That's probably why she invited Mama Joyce. But I don't like the way Sanya conducts business.
Not at all.
You can already see that she's kind of like childish in that way.
Yeah, because very petty and like, yeah, I don't think I'm ready for her to go right now. I was rooting for her. Bye-bye. I don't like
that's what Debret is, because Debret is a film stud. I didn't think that could happen, but yeah.
She is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she likes the makeup, the pretty colors, the thing, but she has that. But I really do think, I don't know, just my personal opinion about their thing. I think that the other one, the big butt, I think she's the more aggressive. I think she's
that's
aggressive.
What they're saying.
No, but I can see that. I see that because I know for sure, like if I was get with Queen Latifah and I become Mrs. Tifa, I'm gonna be the aggressor. Like she looks like the stud on the outside, but it's really me that runs things.
No, I feel like Queen Latifah would run it. She would run it.
No, I think in like in the comfort of their thing, they're more soft and feminine. I think they're more softer in the comfort of their, behind closed doors.
Well, I can't say on that. But I just, my eyes are, on Sanya right now. I do feel like she was fangirling a little bit towards Kenya because she said, "Oh, I liked y'all the most. I gravitated towards y'all the most."
Yeah, gravitated, and but somebody brought up the point that Kandi is a little standoffish, and Kandi does feel people out. Candy's a more of like, I'm gonna sniff you out before I so you wasn't getting that from Kandi, girl, not at all.
Yeah, I mean, Kandi will be nice, but she's just gonna stand there and smile.
Yeah, Candy's gonna sniff it out first. Kandi moves, let me see what's going on first.
Thick Girl says it was more like teachings on how to cook Jamaican cuisine. I don't want to learn. I just want to eat. Just make the oxtail. I'll be there.
But I would watch you. Like if you invited me here, I would watch you and watch what season you cook and how you do it. But I don't want to put my hands in it if you invited me, for authentic Jamaican feast.
Yeah, authentic Jamaican food is,
Right, me have to come to eat. Me not come to cook. Yeah, no.
Do not have me cook it. So, I guess Marlo is having a event for She by herself. So this is how stupid Cheray is. So Marlo sets up a salesman to sell.
Wait, can we back up? Like, what was the point of them putting that blindfold on Cheray so she couldn't see the roads? Because I'm like, you put the blindfold on her, but take it off when she gets up. I would rather you don't put the blindfold on her. Wait till she gets to the destination. Put the blindfold on her. Then when she walks in your house, then unveil so she can see all the amenities that you have. Mm-hmm. But what was the point? Why is she driving in blind? Like, you got her in the dark, just driving like.
And she's holding it above her eyelash.
Yeah, like it just didn't make any sense. It was sending me that scene it didn't make any sense.
It was a lot, and I'm not riding blindfolded anywhere in this day and age.
Right.
I need to be able to see where I'm going. Don't be having me blindfolded because that's not gonna work for me. That's what Taurus. Who's a Taurus? Is that Cheray or is that Marlo? Y'all let me know.
Candy's a Taurus.
Oh, okay.
Candy's a Taurus.
Okay. Snakia is giving clout chasing. I'm sure Kandi and Kenya can see it. Are you referring to Sanya or Kenya?
Yep, Sanya.
How she treats Drew is very telling. I thought she was talking about Kenya.
No, that's Sanya. That's that damn Sanya.
I think a lot of people this season are letting it get to their head and they're not being authentic, including Marlo, but we're going to get into that in a minute. I don't think she's being authentic. This is not who she is in real life.
Right, no.
This is not who she is. I think she's trying too hard to put on the show.
But when Cheray walks into Marlo's house and Marlo has the whole Fendi there, I was personally in heaven like, woo!
But then Cheray had
Marlo.
to use her own money. Cheray
But
used
we
her
know
own
that vendor never got paid. So if Cheray had to use her money, she did not leave out of there with anything because Cheray doesn't like to pay.
So you talking about that she got an IOU and she was just giving out IOUs to them?
I don't even think they let her leave. At this point, the Atlanta don't trust Cheray. At this point, they like, ma'am, if you're not giving us the money up front, I'm sorry, you cannot leave with none of these trinkets, none of these valuables, none of these goods. So I don't think she left with anything but cake.
And I don't think that miserable people should hang around each other because now they're bouncing off of each other. I just had to put up a nice picture of Cheray, but I feel like when she was going through what she was going through, she was just looking for attention from everybody. And not everybody's willing to give you that attention because everybody's going through their own thing and doing, everybody has their own lives to live. Everybody don't have time to check up on you because you went and
and like you are a grown woman. You knew what you was getting into when you got into it with that inmate.
You should have known. Marlo didn't want Kenya to know the directions to her house. Well, Kenya didn't come, and thanks for reminding me. Kenya, I think she might have probably just didn't want to go. Also, I
think maybe she was sick. I think that she would have shown up for Cheray. I think that she was sick, and what she said made sense. What she was laying there in full glam because she was prepared to go, and when she spoke with the doctors, you know what's going on with the Ronies and everything else. The people are being extra cautious. They probably told her like, "Look, don't go until you get a test to make sure everything is clear." And she probably was laying there like, with the sniffles, but to be safe, look, I'm not going until I get these results back.
Yeah, I agree with Thick Girl. I think Senya is a fan of the girls, and she's not really a castmate, but a fan. And
right.
She's trying to use their brand to build up her sweatshirt line.
Yeah, but you need to get something like if you have something like a tracksuit line because you're a runner. You understand? Mm-hmm. That's more believable. But the way you don't want no more kids and the way you complaining about the one you have, Mommy Nation, I don't want nothing you selling from Mommy nothing.
Exactly. So I don't know if the guy got paid, but then
no, he didn't. Cheray no pay, allegedly.
I don't know if it was Marlo who put the idea in Sheray's head that Candy didn't call her, and now we got to single out Candy.
No, I think it's Cheray because if you go back to season 3, the Africa, I believe the Africa trip, Cheray does not like Candy. Cheray does not fool with Candy, and every time that she gets a chance to throw Candy under the bus, whether it be true or false, she will. Go back to this history of Cheray and Candy.
Yeah, but
Cheray does not like Candy for some reason because she always throws Candy under the bus. And whether it be true, fake, or whatever, she nitpicks at Candy. And she doesn't like her.
Marlo doesn't either. And I think a lot of it is jealousy because Candy's been on the show as a peach holder since season 2. Sheray's been off and on. Marlo just got a peach just now. So I think that they kind of been hating on Candy.
But they hate on her money. I think because Candy is a hustler. Candy is a go-getter. Candy's going to make, like she said, she don't drop a bag. She don't miss a bag. And they don't have that in them. Like Candy's a talented songwriter, producer. She's doing all types of stuff. And they're looking for easy come-ups. Like Cheray, what's your claim to fame? Bob Whitfield? Marlo, what's your claim to fame? Rich penis?
I do also want to talk about Marlo. Because she's been doing a lot of talking that I don't think she's thinking about what she's saying. When she was talking to, I know she was trying to cheer Cheray up, but then she said Philly was dirty. She said you was sitting in dirty Philly.
Yeah, I wrote that down because how's she gonna say the whole Philly is dirty? The whole Philly,
the way she said like Philly is just garbage.
Right, because she was like, because I know the people from Philly is mad because people from Philly. They love Philly. People from Philly is going to let you know they from Philly. Because you know who from Philly originally? Kaya. Miss Queen Thug Mrs. herself is from Philly.
Is she from Philly? I thought she was from Florida. She
was raised, they moved. I think she's from Philly. She's from Philly, I think, or Baltimore. I think it's Philly. But she's from up here. And then she moved down there when she was younger.
Okay, but she don't claim it. She claimed Florida.
No, she does. She does. She would say that, look, I'm not from Florida, because she always say I was raised in Florida, but I wasn't born in Florida.
Speaking of the past, the past is right here looking at us.
Mm.
This is who's looking down on other people. So sometimes people just need a reminder, of where they came from. Because it seemed like when Marlo got that peach, she just been acting real crazy and reckless. So she said Philly was dirty. I also wrote that Marlo's doing too much. And I understand you want to cheer her up, but this is a lot just to cheer somebody up. This is a lot. But I get it. You get 10 points for that.
Are we liking how Drew came over to bake cupcakes? And Drew said that she came over, it was daytime. She said she had to get out of there because she had to pick up her kids. She had to pick up her kids from school. Them kids must have stayed in school, because by the time Drew left, it was dark.
That was just an excuse. What was the reason that she had to leave, by the way? Why couldn't she stay for the party?
I think I don't, that was weird. That was weird.
Yeah, I don't understand that part. Like, why couldn't you stay? Because I don't think Senya was coming.
Right. Why you had to sneak out through the back? Like,
yeah, I mean, I don't know. Was it just supposed to be Marlo and Cheray? I don't know. But
maybe they think that she was still, since she had put her hand in her face, maybe they thought it was still going to be tension,
Possibly so. But we're going to get to the party in just a minute. The last little bit is the meat and the potatoes of it. Y'all please like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll be right back after this.
Hey guys, hope you're having a good time. By the way, don't forget, hit that like button. And if you're liking, you might as well subscribe. And drop a comment below. Come on, guys. Let's get into it.
And I don't know if you peeped it, but Senya mama was telling all of her business.
Yeah, about them not having a kitchen.
Yeah, she said, just got a kitchen. I mean, just got a kitchen and remodeled.
She's a true Jamaican mama. They don't care. She will sit there and tell it all.
Because you just getting a kitchen is different than remodeling the kitchen, because you can remodel certain sections at a time.
Right, because she was trying to clean it up. Like, no, we was, so you didn't have a kitchen? So it's a fixer-upper? No, it wasn't a fixer-upper.
And then she went on to say that they didn't have no furniture either.
Right. I was like, get your mother. See, this is when you get your mama to cook and goes wrong. Like, I mean, they should have changed those. What did those aprons says? She have to cook. But like, shut up.
At this point, I'm sick of her. I don't think she's a good addition to the show. She doesn't deserve a peach.
I think she should have been a friend of, or
y'all could have had Cynthia on there for all of that.
Right. Yeah, you could have brought Cynthia back.
Honestly, Cynthia was not that bad, is what y'all trying to make it.
She was kind of boring, and but
I take Cynthia through.
They could have brought back Deshaun Snow for all that.
Deshaun Snow she had drama after the show.
Right. And I'm saying, they could have brought her back for all that, because Sonia, they wanted to dig up, somebody. They could have brought her back. I don't really want to see Lisa Wu.
Yeah, Lisa Wu can go.
She gets on my nerves.
But I do think that they should, think about bringing back the original cast, including Lanithia, if she ever get it right. Yeah, they making me miss Cynthia. I'm like, Cynthia wasn't that bad, y'all.
Right. We just knew that she was gonna come in, and try to, solve something. She gonna give a good wig and some face, Yes. She probably don't have much to add to the conversation, but she want to sit there and look good though.
She had her moments, but shine.
But we were used to Cynthia. Like we do want Cynthia back.
Yeah, we want. I take Cynthia over Sanya and Drew. Thick Girl says hitting that like button is equivalent to wiping your feet on the mat before entering someone's home. So should the host show the host some love and respect by hitting the like button?
Yes, come on, hit that like.
Yeah, we like Cynthia. You know, I feel like she kind of was draining sometimes, but I'll take Cynthia.
Yeah, and and she stopped being clingy because the clingy Cynthia I didn't like. The Cynthia that was handing out friend contracts was getting on my nerves. When Cynthia, stepped up and she got with Mike, and I hope, maybe Cynthia just had to take her time to fight off all Mike's girlfriends. Not girlfriends, but his girlfriends, female friends.
Yeah, but we don't know what he's doing on the side. But, it's been rumors about that too. But they still together, going strong. So maybe it was best for their relationship.
Shoot, they could have brought back Peter and gave Peter a peach for this.
I think they said Peter tried to be in Potomac. That's what they said. They said he's over there in Potomac and filming with Jezebel and them. So that's what they said.
Oh yeah, because he's down there. I think he's building another bar down there. A bar one another
in Baltimore, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I guess it's going well because the first one he had down here flopped.
Well, they say the one in Miami's popping. I think he still has the one in North Carolina.
The one in North Carolina, I think, is doing well. I think that
the one in Miami seems like it's always busy, and I got a couple of friends that went down there and said the food was good, the vibe was good.
So I mean, he was able to get his money back, but he was scamming for a while.
Yeah, but that's what he do. Peter been around for years. Peter been around for instance, he used to run stuff up here in New York, like a lot of clubs. He used to like manage and do a lot of clubs and stuff like. So he does that hustling thing. And then he started opening like little business of his own, investing and stuff. He started up here in New York.
Yeah, Peter gonna mix it up with the guys, so he gonna get the drama going. I'll take him over Sanya. So
right, they definitely could have gave him a peach.
So the mama telling all the business that they just got a kitchen. Cheray upset because Candy didn't call.
That pissed me off. And Candy, like I'm telling you, every chance she gets to throw some dirt on Candy, or she's going to, like, every chance she gets, and it's like, what are you talking about, girl?
And nobody's obligated to call you every time something happens. Everybody goes through stuff. As a grown person, she probably thought that you could handle it on your own.
Not that even that you could handle it on your own. You were embarrassed, girl. You were sitting down. Let me get my my dog. You were sitting there with your dog on, crying. What? Like, come on, girl. So why would I call you right away? I'm gonna give you some time because you are embarrassed. You don't want to call and be like, look, girl, I heard what happened, that you was down to the table in Philly crying. Like, you want to wait a while until she, then wait till she bring it up. You don't want to embarrass her further by bringing it up.
Exactly, because aren't you humiliated enough? Like,
right. Do I need to call you and re-humiliate you and just be like, girl, I heard what happened. You okay? You know what I'm saying? Like,
but I don't like being on the phone with people having pity parties.
Right.
I do not like that because I'm at work all day. I like to go home, have a good time, relax. And I could care less about, you reaping the repercussions of something that you knew wasn't going to work out. It wasn't going to work out.
Right. With your inmate.
The red flags was there.
They've been there. They've been there since Nene was cashing Trump checks. Uh-oh. They're done. They're done. They've been there since then when he was scamming and she had to, well, let me get Tyrone on the phone. Let me get Tyrone on the phone. Like, this is just somebody she probably saw, found attractive. You understand? Like, and then was like low-key feeling him when he got locked up. He needed to put her on the roster of commissary. He needs to put her on his commissary roster. He gassed you, and Cheray is used to being alone anyway. So that relationship with him behind bars was probably right up her alley. She gets the comfort of talking to him on the phone, laying up, but him not really physically being there in her space. And when she got, she got attached.
Mm-hmm.
She got attached, and you fell in love with an inmate, girl. You know they're gonna say anything to get that commissary.
And let me bring up this about Marlo and Cheray. So I guess Marlo gets mad because she finds out that she wasn't invited to Sanya's photo shoot, which she probably wouldn't have wanted to go anyway because it's not high fashion, you know, and all of that. So she finds out that Kenya and Candy went, and she's instantly jealous. Like, she's a jealous-hearted woman. It doesn't matter what it is. If she's not involved, she's gonna be jealous, and then she's gonna cut you down as far as she can cut you, because there was no reason for the way that she reacted. And by pulling Sheree to the side and she called. Let's get into what she called Candy. Called her a hoe and said she effed out everybody in Atlanta, which is,
and that her coochie wasn't no good. And
is,
that's why she's sleeping with guys below her tax bracket.
But let's get into Marlo though. Let's talk about what she was doing for the bag. Because Marlo, she dates them old white men, and they had her out here looking crazy. I don't know if I had to do a little digging. But I don't know if y'all remember when Marlo came out with that Confederate shirt and said that it was her boyfriend's shirt that she was dating at the time. She came out with this and thought it was fashions, but it ended up looking like house slave. I didn't.
That's giving bed wench.
Yeah, that's bed wench right here. So while you over here talking about who was using a hole and everything, that man told you to put on this Confederate flag and you walk down the street. And I want you to Marho. And you knew what it was when you put it on. Don't act like you didn't know what it was.
But, right, you've been living in the South long enough to know what that represents.
But when you borrowing money, and I'm being told that Candy was sending her money to help with the kids.
I think Candy helped her a lot. Candy
was sending Marlo money to help with the kids.
But Candy even stated, like, look, and this was true because Funky Dineva did bring it up previously and recently, that Candy basically brokered a whole show to WeTV surrounded about Marlo. The show was basically about Marlo. Marlo was the star of the show, along with Funky Dineva and Rico Chappelle. And you came to her like, you want to get back on TV, Bravo's not messing with you, this, that, and third. Her and Todd got together, came up with a concept, brokered the show. You had the show, and they said 2 weeks or so before they were supposed to slated to film, you backed out because you wanted to come be a friend of and kiss butt on the Housewives.
What I heard is when she was being difficult.
Yeah, with the contracts.
With not only the contract, with the people behind the scenes, I heard she was being difficult. And that's why they decided to scratch the project.
Yeah, like no one has time. Like Marlo, she's about to get scratched. Like, girl, you don't even understand. It was the house that Mimi did build, but it is the house that Candy is keeping afloat. And but, if you want to come back next season, Marlo, I suggest. I don't see it for Marlo next season.
I think Marlo is trying way too hard. She's trying way too hard. You're going below the belt. She called her a hoe. And what else did she say?
She said coochie wasn't good. She said she can't keep no man, and that's why she always got to get a man that's below her tax bracket. You done dissed her coochie, her husband, and for Cheray to sit there and co-sign and agree with everything that Marlo had to say was really disturbing for me.
I don't know why y'all surprised, because that's what Cheray does. She did it when Kim was on there talking about the roaches and everything. And when Kim was talking about Candy too, she was sitting right there nodding. I think
yep and mm-hmm.
I think Cheray is the person that whoever she's with, that's who she's gonna agree with. Like, she'll be with you today. She agrees with everything you say.
So she's basically she's a flip flopper.
She's a flip flop, not a.
She's a Johnny cake for the old people in the back. She's a Johnny cake. She brown on both sides.
Yeah. Funky said Marlo was acting funny and signing the contract about signing the contract, so that as that scrapped the show. Yeah, she's unprofessional. She's a hood girl that never really learned how to be classy, but she swears she's so classy.
Yeah, those labels, like, oh my gosh, she needs to listen to Countess de Lesseps song. Money does not buy you class.
Yeah, we gonna drop the link in a minute. We gonna drop the link. But yeah, I mean, and then she went in on Sanya. I mean, all of these women are more accomplished than Marlo. All of them.
Well, can we give a quick shout out to Mama Joyce for getting everybody together? Like, she said sorry. What are you arguing about?
And when Mama Joyce is the person making sense, that's when you know that you messed up.
Right.
Going on.
I was waiting for Mama Joyce to step outside and get an earshot and hear what Marlo was saying about her baby, and for her to be like, and kick off her shoe and say, I will drag you as if you was a damn rag.
I just feel like Marlo really has some nerve. You really have some nerve, and you took it there. You just took it there for no reason.
Right at this point, can we stop calling Candy a hoe?
We are. I mean,
we know this, or we know that, you know.
But can a hoe call out another hoe?
I'm saying, yeah, like at this point, we know the spotlight was on her coochie. And then when she had said that she was down, you know, sleeping with Gerald LeVert, wasn't she with Jermaine Dupri daddy?
And Jermaine Dupri daddy, and
like, you know, she don't discriminate on age or anything like that.
But she wasn't messing with no broke.
Right. But you know what, Marlo, just stop, because you just as loose as, you know, your walls are shaking too, girl.
Marlo is still a gutter snipe because
not gutter snipe.
The only thing that I can agree with Marlo about is that Candy talks about sex too much. And I agree. Candy does take it too far. And I feel like with the panties and everything, I do feel like you have single women on this trip along with married women. And it was inappropriate to have that where the guys would be controlling the single women's panties. That was inappropriate.
Yeah, that was something you do on a trip with a couple's trip. I don't even think you should do it I don't think it should be done. Like I don't think you should be walking around with a group of your friends and the guys are controlling your drawers. I just think it's inappropriate.
I thought that was weird and taking it too far, but I think that's the stuff that she does with T.I. and Tiny. They used to flip-flop a lot. They used to splitting stuff together.
Allegedly. So
she thinks it's okay, allegedly. Let me put up the alleged banner. Allegedly, T.I. and Tiny and, you know, Candy, they're real close. And, you know, they have the same type of sexual appetite. I'm not trying to say nothing.
But
I'm sure Tiny would have loved those vibrating panties.
Oh my God, her little ant legs, her butt, and she just walked up and shaped like a little ant. And every time it vibrates, woohoo!
But I just feel like
tip.
But like Candy said in the interview, like when somebody showed you who they are, believe them, because it didn't take much for them to go off on her, you know, and say negative things. It really didn't take a lot.
But and you see, Candy, I believe Candy does try to help. You know, she may be a little overly sexualized, but she does try to help. And like she said, she put her businesses in urban areas to provide jobs. You know what I'm saying? For the Black community. Like, she does certain things. And like for Marlo to just get there and say what she said, and she tried to help you, girl, several times, and to find out she probably sending cash apps down to help, you know, your nephew.
Kids. And Candy is still helping out with your events. It makes Marlo look bad.
It does. It makes you look bad and very ungrateful. And like, who wants to be the next person to assist you?
Because at the end of the day, Bravo loves the villain, but they also don't like it when you're so unpopular that people will stop watching the show.
Right, because that was a turn-off situation. The way she was talking about Candy, like, girl, we know that this woman tried to help you. Like, even if it was the right message, wrong messenger. Like, girl, not you. Not you, Marho. Not you.
I beat the shit said Ross can control her remote. You need to stop. That's somebody's husband.
Who's Ross?
Isn't that Sanya's husband?
Oh. I thought she was talking about Ralph.
She said Ross, so I don't know if she's talking about Ralph.
Now, Ralph.
You said Ralph can control yours?
I don't want him controlling minds, but he looks pretty good.
Y'all like getting y'all hearts broke. You gonna end up like Cheray.
Right. I already know what Ralph is. I know what he is.
Ray said Candy should have had better technology for those remotes with her cheap stuff. We don't know where she got them from. She could have went to Starship. I don't know where she went and got them from. Bought them on Amazon.
I thought that was her line. Doesn't she have them?
She still has that sex line, bedroom candy. Hey,
that was from her bedroom candy line.
Okay. I was like, Candy, she don't be promoting nothing but her stuff.
Right, and that's what she was doing, advertising. And if they didn't want to do it, all they had to do was say no, and not do it like they did.
Cheray pretending like she left the remote upstairs. You did not.
Right. She was the only single woman that was willing to let other men play with her, make her coochie go pop. Like what?
I think she was lying. I think she wasn't wearing them, to be honest.
Yeah, she wasn't, because girl, you sitting there down to the thing crying over Lyrone, and now you got somebody else's controller controlling your drawers. Like,
hey Ray.
Hey,
I am tired of these heifers. God daggone it. Cheray, you can't even.
I can't.
She can't even give her the way to a jailbird. Like, this man just came home from jail. If you can't give him the cooch, this man been around men how many years? And he don't want the cooch. But Candy's is bad? No, I think that's the other way around. Marlo, when have you had a steady man? When was the last time? Girl, you just admitted to fucking with Jazzy Faye. Who the fuck's Jazzy Faye?
Oh my gosh, what she said?
With Jazzy Faye? Marlo?
Yes, they said it on the last episode.
She might want to get that checked out because allegedly Jazzy Faye was out here messing with let me stop.
Yeah, she said he had a girlfriend at the time and she wasn't trying to be nobody's side chick. She was messing with him. Girl, you fucking Ted Turner. Get out of here.
She said she wasn't trying to be his
side chick.
Right, like, girl, you want to talk about somebody. I wish Miss Mama. Oh, she thought Mama Joyce gave her the look at that concert. Mama Joyce gonna bop her ass the next time she see her.
Right. Yeah. I was hoping that Mama Joyce heard them and slid out.
But the fact that Marlo likes to pull people to the side and then talk her shit and then go back and pretend.
Right. But she can't read. So that's why she goes so low, because she can't read, girl. That's not a read. That's just being disrespectful and disgusting, sweetie. That's not a read. You need to go get Drew's assistant and let him write some Tide reads for you like he do for Drew. Because he does not have a job because he's her assistant. He has a job because he gives her a couple of reads every now and again. Get out of here.
And I didn't like the fact that they were attacking Kenya, because I do feel like Kenya was actually really sick. Because he was coughing, even while they was filming. It was, nowadays when you cough, everybody looking at you crazy.
Mm-hmm. But they were just looking for a moment. They always say, Kenya do too much, Kenya doing this. But when she chill, they want to poke the bear. But after they poke the bear and that bear come out of hibernation, then it's oh my God, she goes too far. She does. No, leave her alone. She's trying to be nice. She's trying to be good. Leave her alone. Before you get what you don't want.
She didn't come out and she got sick. And you sad and eating cupcakes because your inmate did what inmates do.
Why? But she sat on the phone with you when you was in New Jersey. What else do you want? And she sent the food. And she still sent what she was supposed to give. It ain't like she just backed out all the way. Why do I need to be here?
Mm-hmm.
Nobody's supposed to be here. You tried that little thing for the last time, girl. She got some damn work.
Something tells me.
Are you gonna sit on the phone? Baby, are you gonna sit on the phone and have a pity party with Cheray? Are you gonna help her out?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna talk to her and help her out like a good sister should. Girl, leave that where it's at, because he can't do nothing for her unless she think he got something for her. Because Cheray is a gold digger. I mean, she ain't got no gold, but she is always up to something.
This is Cheray on the phone. Y'all talk.
Everybody was scheming together. They probably had some type of scheme going on, and he done went to the scheme by himself.
Yeah, he done.
That's why Marlo put that damn blindfold on her, because she didn't want her circling back to her house with one of her criminal beaux, fucking trying to rob her for everything she begged, borrowed, stealed, and fucked for.
Or maybe she
Cheray
didn't
is up to something.
know where she lived. Is that it?
That's what I'm saying. So you won't bring no criminals over here to rob my house later on.
Or maybe she don't want everybody to know that she in the projects, allegedly.
Who, Marlo?
Allegedly, they said she ain't got money like that. That she was borrowing money to borrow what's it called? Robbing Peter to pay Paul. That's what they said.
Yeah, she was big, Bob stealing and fucking for it.
That's what they said.
She was robbing Timmy to take from Biff.
And her pappy got her out here wearing Confederate shirts and everything.
Not her pappy.
Yeah, her pappy.
Yeah, but if she had real money, them kids wouldn't be sleeping in her damn den. You can't even afford to get them babies a room, but you want to keep talking about everybody else and then gonna say Candy don't give back. When doesn't Candy give back? Just because she don't give your ass, don't mean she don't give back.
Right, and then it came out that she has been giving you.
Was she sleeping on air mattresses, or was the kids on air mattresses like Cheray kids was on air mattresses? You know, back in the day.
Marlo messed up. She came for Candy like Candy ain't shit. I'm sorry, but everything she said about Candy was a damn lie. Just because she know Candy was out there, don't mean that she's effed out of Atlanta. Candy is a married woman, number one. So she ain't out there doing that no more. Right. You know, like she said, if her and Todd want to get a contract out the drawer, they'll get a contract out the drawer. Other than that, it's just them. So talking about her like that as if she was a single woman dating, that was inappropriate.
Yeah, and that's the old me, because they've been saying that about Candy for years. I mean, she did. I mean,
everything she said was out of order.
But
she's going for her business, talking about the sex stuff. That's her business. And she shouldn't be dogging her out about her business. Now, the last person that did that had a lawsuit against them about cease and desist, about talking about my business. So Marlo better tread lightly with that shit.
Yeah, everybody knows Candy gonna advertise if she don't do nothing else.
Yeah.
Candy gonna advertise.
But I don't think Candy knew at the time of filming what was all being said about her, and she's watching in real time. So she's just getting more, and you know her voice get to cracking, and you know.
I don't know why. Yes, I said, but don't play with a person that talk through they smile.
She sure let her have it on that red carpet, and just imagine what she's gonna say about her now after seeing this episode.
And she's a tourist too. You watch, because when people that sit there and smile and they talk. Do they smile and they like Candy is feisty. Candy probably got them hands.
Candy got mad on that red carpet. she was hot as grease.
Yeah, Candy was like, she on my motherfucking nerve.
I don't blame
Candy is the main one on the show doing stuff for the community. So all of what Marlo was saying was just a hating ass lie, and she's coming way too hard her first season as a housewife. She just slow her roll and just go along to get along, because what she said right then on camera, and then Cheray had the audacity to be like, yeah, girl, co-sign. I would give her a broke ass too, because the only thing good about Cheray is her hair. The only thing.
And like I said,
that ain't too good.
And that ain't always good.
Because not that damn confessional, the damn show ain't looking like Elvira. The girl sit and you just really let them keep showing that.
No, I mean her hairstyle when she put it, like when she has it kind of braided up and kind of draping down, not that wig stuff on Cheray, but when she does her hair.
What she called it, the she, but the she
by herself.
All that.
I'm really disappointed in Cheray, because I wanted to give her another chance. She was coming back. I kind of wrote her off with the whole Kim thing, because I didn't like how she was siding with Kim when she was attacking all these black women. And now you're lining with Marlo just because somebody didn't call you. It don't make sense to me.
Exactly. But that's my thing. Because y'all not friends in real life. Let's call a thing a thing. Y'all not for real friends in real life, Cheray. Come on now. Why would she call you? If I wouldn't do it in my regular life, why am I going to call you now? And if I did call you, you'd have been saying that Kenya was trying to start a mess and spreading your business. So I was waiting for you to say something. Girl, it is not that serious. And why would you tell your daughter you still ain't over a man that just stood you? Like, why are you putting that in your child to let her know it's okay to let men treat you any kind of goddamn way?
Y'all put 4 potato chips in the chat, because that's the only. She had them pulled out the bag, and it was like 4 chips. and she was pretending like she was just eating all those chips.
Right. So my old neighbor was thicker. I was like, girl.
You know you was not eating those chips because if you was really eating them chips, you would have dumped the bag on a paper towel.
Not even.
Right.
I ain't dumping no bag.
Your hand in it.
I'm having the whole. My hand is coming out with 5 chips at a time.
That's right.
Yeah, that's her bag. Everybody was going that bag by her.
He wanted to look depressed. She was trying to make the scene of I'm depressed. I'm eating.
Right, because at this point, them
but
chips
that's
is
the sad part.
If you eat,
you don't have a
storyline. They stale.
You don't have a storyline, so we had to sit there and watch you eat goddamn potato chips, and
with
your dog
makeup.
looked at you like, "Bitch, this is ridiculous."
You had a full head of makeup. You was
right. Those were some nice pajamas she had on.
Yeah,
and her dog was like, "Lady, it's not that serious. Stop it. You're doing too much."
I mean, you're setting a horrible example for your daughters. I would be totally
ridiculous
embarrassed if my mama was out here trying to date a prison thug.
Right.
Stood up at the cafe.
And then talk about I still think I'm still not over him. Girl, why aren't he over you? Why aren't you over him?
Lying told me he called and I just hung up. He didn't
girl,
call
you know that
girl.
man ain't called. You call him and he hung up.
She calls him and she didn't even get through. That thing said doo doo doo.
My thing
I
is,
wonder if Cheray had an IEP plan or a 504 plan as a kid, because something ain't quite right with her. At this age, she should not be making these types. This is what the young girls do, falling over their face for dudes who run game on them from the other side of the wall. And then when they come out, you still can't see. He should be there first.
Right.
Thank you.
She should have been watching Love After Lockup. This is
something right.
If she was involved with an inmate, the first thing you do is go to Love After Lockup. You're going to see all the game, all the lies. Like, she should have been watching this before he got out of prison. She should have known what was coming.
She should have had a PI
This ain't
on
the first
him.
criminal she done been with. She knows the process. She
should
always
have had a PI on him. Sorry. Put a PI on him. Spend your little 1,500. Sure, I know you got 1,500, Cheray. Spend 1,500.
That PI would have been looking for her because you know she don't like to pay. She'd have paid that down payment, and that's it.
I wouldn't have wasted my money to be following his ass. If you don't come, you didn't come. That's all I need to know.
Let me tell you something. I have a friend.
I meant from jump.
I have a friend that I haven't called in months, but when I do call, we're gonna pick up exactly where we left off.
Because that's what friends do.
We're living our lives. Everybody has their life to live, and
that's a real friendship.
And if you don't call me for something, that doesn't mean we're not friends.
Right.
We're
Thank you.
Okay. We're
Thank
okay.
you. Because all my friends know I rarely pick up. I hate talking on the phone. And they be like, girl, you better call her. Because if you don't call her, it's going to be a while before she call you. For what? We don't need to talk every damn day. We grown. We got shit going on.
You gotta go to work and just
your friend is somebody you got to be around and talk to all the time. A friend is, like you just said, a real friend is the person, no matter how long it's been since you talked to them, whenever y'all do talk, whenever y'all do meet up, it was just like y'all was together yesterday. Yes. Come on, we too grown for that dumb crap.
And that was no excuse for you to go in on all three of them. Number one, Kenya was sick, and I'm sure she was coming to your little boring event. You mad at Sanya before inviting these two, which I do think it was strategic that she invited Kenya and Candy.
Oh, for sure. That was so played.
That was really slick. And if I was Kenya, I would have sent him on my
nerve.
It was slick, and I didn't like the way she did it. Like,
but she on my nerve. I'm like,
ahead of time.
We the audience got more of a beef.
Ask them ahead of time. Look, I have this such and such. Do you mind? Would you participate? Would you help me out? Not have me just show up, because I would have left. She would have got a rude awakening. I was like, I'm not participating. Hit my agent. I thought this was something that I came, to support you. I didn't know that I was a participant.
Exactly. And she chose them because of who they are on the show. And that's obvious. Girl, bye. Just say it. Well, I would like for my stuff to get out, and y'all two the most. I mean, be real about it. Don't just say I connected with you when you didn't.
Right.
Like,
it's a business decision.
Like the Drew thing. If we should have more of a beef with Drew, for giving us these fake storylines. Her husband treating her like dirt. She in season 2 with the same bull crap. Every time you see her, it's like lights, camera, action. Then it's end scene. Like, if anybody should be mad at her, we should. Sandra, you have no real goddamn reason to be acting the way you acting. We got more of a gripe.
But Cheray was faking it this episode. Cheray was faking it for the cameras. Like, she was trying to make them tears come out, and them 4 potato chips killed me.
Right, I was like, girl, if you don't put your hand back
and try to make like you was eating your feelings.
You're so sick.
Like, oh, I'm so depressed. I'm gonna eat 4 chips.
I think Cheray is just fake for the cameras, period.
Exactly. That's why I didn't want her back. I could do without Cheray on my damn TV screen. She gives us nothing.
She was an ass bet because the fans did not like her after that season with her and Kim going against the other girls. The fans did not like Cheray.
Right.
And no.
Yeah, because remember when she lied on Candy and said that Candy said Kim wouldn't hold it. She don't think Kim will hold a black baby.
She doesn't
exactly.
Like every chance she gets, she will throw Candy under the bus, let it be truth or a lie. She will try to make things bigger than it is, add stuff on, and will sit there and like.
And I want to ask, do y'all think
they act like 2 scorned lovers?
I'm sorry, go ahead.
I said they act more like 2 scorned lovers of Candy's, old lovers of Candy's instead of supposedly castmates.
Right,
God
they
damn.
want some Candy coochie while Candy was giving it away to everybody. They was mad they wasn't on the line.
Well, that's a little bit of jealousy. That's what jealousy looks like.
But I'm gonna need for Cheray to hook up. I'm gonna need her to call Niecy Nash, and probably Niecy Nash and Jessica could take her out to some of the clubs, so Cheray can meet a nice somebody. Because
and y'all know she put some of that damn shit down. She put most of that stuff back. If she bought something, it probably was one thing. Y'all know Cheray ain't got no $11,000 to just be dropping at Marlo's house.
She
get out of here.
And Marlo,
man,
in the land of Fendi, and you mean tell me I gotta pay?
And that's tacky. Don't invite me. No boy. Don't
right. You can let me go up in your closet. I ain't even need to go.
Girl, I asked you to do this. You better
I think Marlo got a cut of whatever Cheray bought because
it was
Cheray bought nothing.
Cheray bought nothing.
Right? Did we see her leave with a bag? Did we?
They didn't go cha-ching not once. All they did was show the price.
Right. Cheray did not buy nothing. When Cheray found out that she
pull out a card or nothing.
Cheray no pay. Not activated. Cheray was like. Cheray was, she was shopping as long as it was on Marlo dime. But when she found out that she had to pay, all that stuff went right back.
Well, I had to find out if she actually.
I thought you were going to miss it. At least give me one thing for free. No, Heifer. Yeah, no.
Thank you. That's right. Invite somebody over to your house so they can spend their money.
11,000 is nothing for them, really.
But you won't be cheering me up. How the hell you going to cheer me up and you breaking my pockets? What? That ain't nothing to cheer about.
Right. Cheer me up with a gift.
And knowing Marlo, Heifer probably was fake.
Right.
Probably fake lady.
Most of them are fake. I don't think all of them are fake. I think Marlo is trying too hard, and I think Cheray is trying too hard. Both of them have
Marlo fake, Cheray fake, Drew fake, Sonya fake. Only 2 I can deal with is Candy and goddamn Kenya right about now, because these heifers are getting on my damn nerves.
Y'all think Drew's storyline is fake?
Yeah, hell yeah. Every time before they do a scene, somebody grab the little thing and say action. As soon as they finish, they be like end scene. And she going about her business. This is a damn acting group for her.
I would say that because I hope Ralph is not saying that he should have got her a Lunchable and really treating her like, to where flashing back, having flashbacks of Ken.
I think Drew is a liar. I think some of those circumstances are real, but because she lies and if she did something, she apologized when she was just accused of doing it. All of those things the things and how she says it makes me believe she's a liar and she's faking for the camera, even though she may have real circumstances.
Right. She's like putting some extra stank on it.
And like, who's gonna come into another whole different year and you still don't know why your man was in Tampa? Girl, please.
Maybe she wasn't worried about it. Maybe she just decided to let that go.
Child,
why is it the second year?
But stop bringing it up then.
Why is it the second year? First episode, and he's cheating again. First episode, he's cheating again.
Thank you.
And right, he out there
you.
hanging with Dennis.
Who? Yeah, I mean they're hanging out with birds of a feather fight together. Y'all know that.
Drew know what time it is. She already know what time it is.
But I'm gonna get this picture of Drew, and I think Drew needs also a little bit of help with the hair and makeup.
Yeah, because she did her fashion. She's been dressing better.
This is a recent picture of Drew, and
it's recent.
Yeah, her wigs have been wigging. She's been doing better.
Oh yeah, my God, not with that shit on her head.
I don't think this looks all that great.
No, it don't. And she did her makeup herself, I hope, because that's not a good makeup job either.
And speaking of makeup, did y'all notice in that scene where she was with Marlo in the kitchen, her face was orange?
Yeah, like
she don't know. Yeah. She don't know how to match her foundation to her face.
I was like, you look horrible.
Right, because I was like, who did that to her? And they keep saying that she has a team. I'm like, what she had a team of? A team of what?
A team of people that don't like her ass because they can't like you if you sit there and do that to you.
Well, she looked like an ice skater when she went to go meet her husband at the back of the closet.
And he picked that out.
The little Nancy Kerrigan, like, girl.
Do y'all, when y'all doing makeup and y'all are orange, can y'all see it before?
You can see when your color ain't matching.
If we see it, she should see it. Just like if she stank, we can smell it.
Because
she knows she stank.
If the light is on, I'm trying to give her the benefit of the doubt. If the light is on your face, can you still see that you're orange?
Yes, you can. If we can see it on TV,
someone is doing her makeup and they're just beating her and they sending her off. Like, okay, and she just think because someone else did it because they keep saying she has a team. I'm like, these are a team of buffoons. Like, what are they doing? Like, girl,
they baked her ass orange. That's what they did. They left that baking powder orange too long.
Than she had last year.
I don't know, but this team ain't working for her because she was looking bad this episode. I noticed that when it was Marlo, and Marlo didn't say nothing. Marlo seen it too and didn't say nothing about it.
And she's stupid for ducking out the back door. Girl, I did not come all the way over here. Right. And I'm leaving out the damn back door like Master coming in the front door. If you don't get out my damn face, Cheray, how you doing? Bye.
That's what Marlo thinks of her.
Right. She thinks of her as the help. Cupcakes, goodbye.
Marlo's gonna kiss her all season.
That part was confusing to me. I was like, why is she sneaking out the house? Like,
and what was those French fries cold? Because that was bothering me too. Because when she put those French fries on the plate, I was like, that food came a minute ago, and you're gonna put some French fries on my plate.
About when they were at Marlo's.
Yeah, because she had the French fries and the chicken wings. She went to Kennedy Fried Chicken, and ordered that food and had the French fries and had some chicken strips and some chicken wings down to the thing. But I'm like, the French fries look real cold and hard.
But
my thing is, you having something for an adult. Why the hell do you got chicken tenders and chicken nuggets? Girl, I'm grown. I don't know damn chicken nuggets. I could have stayed home. I could have went to Popeyes. I could have went to goddamn Bojangles or something for my damn self. Hell, you can be feeding me no damn chicken tenders.
Have y'all had that smokehouse chicken from Churches? Ooh, it's good.
Oh no.
I had
Churches up here.
What happened to Churches? Let me know what happened to Churches. What's going on?
Smokehouse chicken. Get some. It's just a quick FYI.
Do they still have 2-piece Tuesdays?
I don't know. I just saw Smokehouse and got some and left. I don't know nothing else about that menu.
I'm mad they don't have Churches chicken in New York no more. They used to have it.
Oh no.
No, we used to have it back in the early 90s. We used to have it with used to be with White Castles. I think it was like affiliated with White Castles because it was like Churches on one side and White Castles on the other. And they biscuits. And I miss me some Churches.
I think the chicken nuggets are fitting because Marlo's not domesticated. She don't know how to cook. She's not.
I be the shit said their child is chicken nuggets are fitting.
Marlo it is.
Right, because it was a childish situation. She knew what she was doing.
Yeah, she was trying to feed her nephews at the same time. She knew she was like, Cheray ain't gonna eat too much. They gonna eat this shit for dinner tonight.
I'm gonna save this for them.
I don't think Cheray eats a lot, period. I don't think she
I think she works out and doesn't eat well because the way she's eating 4 chips, I'm like, girl, I could barely eat
Nobody eats 4 chips at a time.
I could barely eat, and I be tearing down. I live off bags of potato chips now. I eat like 2 big bags a day. I'm just be sitting there. I'm like, and you eating 4 chips?
And you had them spread out like you.
You talking about? Ooh, it's the thick cut.
These heifers got on my last damn nerve this episode.
Hey, Ricardo, what are your thoughts on this episode?
Child, Marlo,
Marho.
I'm not even gonna call her that because elder be damned. I gotta respect my elders, but I karate chop that heifer in her throat. You sitting up here talking cash money ish about somebody
somebody that can buy your ass.
Do you know I want to jump through the screen and pop her and
Cheray?
I'm sick of her. Okay, I'm sick of Cheray. Listen, you knew he was a felon. He's a criminal. This is nothing new.
Thank you.
This happens all the time.
Know how criminals act. She know what a criminal does.
But she want us to keep her in our prayers.
Her and Tyrone probably had this scheme together.
A lot of people think Cheray and the felon, I'm not calling him by his name, the felon, because that's what he is. He's a criminal. Now, I don't like to talk down on the people because sometimes you can get a felony and you ain't even really do nothing. It wasn't nothing really bad.
He did this, though. He did it.
Right.
He
did, but I'm talking
and got caught.
I'm talking about the ones who have just a little bit of weed and, they get caught up because the laws against black men ain't ish.
Mm-hmm.
But he did it. He's a felon. Now, what you could have did, Cheray, real quick, you could have took yourself down to love after lockup and love during lockup and got you 3 checks on WeTV and then came over to Bravo with this whack storyline because I want to know how you in your house with a face full of makeup, beat to the gods, eating thick Lay's potato chips, talk about, oh, I'm so sad. I'm so
ain't been
sad.
Out the house
Don't forget the sea salt.
And she was
You said she was in the house for a week, but you beat to death.
You so sad, lady. First of all, when I was depressed and all, was sleeping all day, wasn't going out nowhere, but was still making it to work and class all the time.
Mm-hmm. And when I'm depressed,
I didn't look beat to the gods. I didn't look beat to the gods.
Mm-hmm.
That's the last thing.
I think she was looking for attention. I don't mean to cut you off, Ricardo, but I think she was really looking for attention.
She is.
That's exactly what she was looking for.
After you done been embarrassed, the last thing you want is for your friends to call you right after your embarrassment because you're like, oh my God. Like, I don't even want to talk to anybody right now.
But
I just need my space.
Yeah, sorry, I don't mean to cut you off, but that's the thing. She says she's embarrassed, but you're not embarrassed. I think this is a scheme that Todd set up. Shout out to Mama Joyce, and that's exactly what
her
this
mama
is.
set this one up. I can't blame Todd for this.
I don't think she was embarrassed either because you took it way too much in stride. And the way...
Well, what you expect when an inmate start inmating?
He's a felon. What did you expect?
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep saying that because when I don't even mean to mention my stuff up here, but when I did my review of it, I was like, first of all, I'm just getting I still have a cold, but I'm getting over the fact that I had lost my voice for a long time, just doing videos back to back to back. So
you can mention your channel. You could go ahead.
Okay. So when I did it, I was like, I'm just gonna do the highlights that I saw this episode. But who I'm not about to talk about is Cheray and the felon because I don't care. I don't feel no type of way about it. I've seen family members go through this and still, do it over again with some people. I've seen it on TV. This is nothing new. You set yourself up for this. Nene, even with the way she acted now, she still warned you about this man. And you still decided to go do what you did with him. Now, when it came down to that little, singles party and the Fendi and racking up a $11,000 bill, and I was like, oh, you slide some of that over to me. I got bills to pay. And the fact that Marlo was complaining about how Kenya called and she was like, oh my God, she had a face full of makeup, full glam. That lady truly looked sick. She didn't feel well. I know what a person who, I know how to fake sick. And then I know how I am when I'm really sick. And then I can point out when somebody is really sick. And I was like, just like Kenya, I was like, I don't even like Kenya like that, but I can agree. Did you want her to come to the party, the little get together, and possibly have the Rona, and then get all y'all sick, and then y'all be blaming her for it?
Exactly. And you know how Marlo was last season with the Lysol. Right, she had Lysol. She had on a whole body suit, the little hazmat suit. But you want her to come to your house this
dazzled Lysol can.
She was damned if she did. She was damned if she didn't. When it came down to the Sonya and Drew situation, and then we're gonna see next week Sonya and her mama ganging up on Drew just a little bit. First of all, for the people who don't like Drew, I'm gonna say it again. This is endearing the public and the audience and the people who don't even watch the show to Drew, because you never truly actually had a problem with her. This wasn't any personal beef you had with her. You were picking up the energy that the popular girls, the people who have been here longer, that will probably help you keep a peach when it came down to people getting fired or not renewing contracts, wasn't really feeling her. Y'all can say what y'all want. Candy don't really like Drew like that. They're not cool like that. Kay not cool with Drew like that. And then the whole Cheray situation, once again, they are co-workers. They are not friends. They are nothing else but co-workers. This is truly the first time they have spent this much time together when it comes down to being in Atlanta. Because I don't believe they actually run in the same circles unless it comes to this show.
Exactly.
Now, when it comes to the, I don't like the way you were treating Cheray. You should have been nicer to her. That's your friend. Once again, they're co-workers. They're not friends. And also, Cheray was also talking about a lot of y'all, and we saw it this episode, and we saw it in the previous episodes. That's why when her drunk friend was sitting at that table at that tea party, she was trying to shut her up. Because the drunk friend was like, well, Anthony, the reason why she didn't hire him is because he's the one who said your husband was gay. I don't care if that man is gay. That's none of my business.
Hold on one second, Ricardo. Do anybody else hear crackling?
I do hear that.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay. I just want to make sure it wasn't my phone. Okay.
Yeah, I do hear it. I hope it's not me.
I think it is because they're talking.
Hold on.
It might be.
Let me turn off my fan.
Shoot,
that's the thing.
I have to go get my potato chips. Like, and I'm not gonna eat I'm gonna eat this whole bag.
We see you do it every live.
Just eat your chips. Eat your chips. You're not like you up here doing a show and you need to get your sustenance so you can continue to go. Cheray over here trying to make us feel bad for her because she's all miserable and alone in her big ass house. I don't mean to cuss in front of y'all, and I don't mean to cuss on your platform, but that's what she wants us to. That's what she wants us to feel. I'm not about to feel bad for you. I didn't watch this in real life in real time, and let me tell you something. As a kid, I felt the same way. I just couldn't say nothing because, they tell the kids stay in a child's place. But I'm looking at y'all like, y'all are really stupid. Y'all just stupid. But when it comes down to this, like back to the whole Cheray thing, y'all act like Cheray is just this perfect, not y'all, but the girls on the show, when they come, like the Cheray and Drew situation, y'all act like Cheray is just like this perfect person, like she hasn't done anything wrong, like she hasn't said anything. Candy, that's why you're not calling her, that's not why you're not fooling with her, and that's why you're not trying to play like y'all best friends, because she did this to you when Kim was on the show in season 10, and Kim sat down there with Cheray talking about, oh yeah, Candy want to lick my box. Still nobody wants you.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the girl. That took me out. Like that's when Kim needed to go. Kim needed to retire on the spot.
Kim,
you think she would be done because she said she didn't want to be on the show with black women, and all the black women was.
And then for Cheray to run after her with her and her thick
and
booty
shift her wig.
Mm-hmm.
Kim and thick booty what's his name? Her thick booty husband sitting up there talking about with the black women and all this stuff, and Cheray sitting there.
Yeah.
Oh, you talking about Croy? Yeah,
Croy. Yeah.
Like, Croy, what happened to you?
Kirby Croy.
You used to be a football player. Now you're just a driver. But I digress. Cheray has been doing the same thing over and over and over to people. She's the bone collector. But here's the problem with her being the bone collector. She don't ever take the bone back to the people it's supposed to go to. That's why.
But then get mad when somebody don't bring her something.
That's the point. Yes. That's the point I'm trying to get to. And I said, how y'all gonna be mad at Drew in the way that she disseminated the information? Because once again, they're not friends, they're not acquaintances, they're co-workers. And I don't see it for a lot when I was actually like freelance photographer. When I was actually working with people, I didn't see it for a lot of them. But if you need to know something and it was detrimental to you,
they do be bullying Drew.
Yeah.
I Be the Shit says that I don't like how people are bullying Drew. They didn't try Cynthia this much. They tried Cynthia.
And then
Even
Cynthia
Kenya tried Cynthia.
Yeah, they all tried Cynthia. Sorry,
They all
don't mean to
tried
cut you
Drew is
off.
annoying as fuck.
I'll take
That's the
Cynthia
thing.
over Drew. I'm sorry. I'll
Yeah.
take Cynthia.
I'll take anybody over Drew.
Great
Drew's
I miss 50
annoying.
Cent. I'm sorry, I miss 50 Cent. She was,
Right.
I was like, 50 Cent, like, you're really beautiful. Are you into younger women?
Mhm.
Yeah, she's on level.
That
She
was
gonna keep your
boring.
face in a good wig. Like Cynthia gonna come, she gonna serve face in a good wig.
And she brought Leon.
Yes.
You could
And that was
always,
the best part of whatever storyline that she
you
had.
could always count on 50 Cent to bring Leon. Okay, even if she not giving nothing, there go Leon.
Yes,
And he's just so handsome. I'm like,
he
50 Cent,
is.
50
Leon
Cent,
been handsome for years.
like 50 Cent, I don't care what you got to say. What is Leon? Like, Leon, what you got going on? You got a new movie, a new show, you singing?
He ain't got
Like,
on the movies.
don't be shady.
Ain't
But
nobody come to see you, Otis. Ain't nobody come to see you, Otis.
I mean,
but the charade thing, like, once again with Sonya, like, you tried to make it seem like it was Drew. She's her, like, their co-worker, so she truly didn't know how to get that information to her. So she went to a person she thought, you know, y'all friends, y'all known each other for a very long time. You helped me figure out how to tell this person who I'm not friends with this information that her assistant, because the man said you don't pay. And you act like that is some terrible information, like that is the worst thing ever. But the people have been saying for a long time, before I was of legal age to drink, that you don't pay.
Right.
So that's nothing new. Hey, Nolan, I just got done watching you. Did a P Valley review. But Cheray, your
Hey,
friends.
Mama Nola. Nola did the P Valley review?
Uh-huh.
I gotta get over there and watch it after I finish.
But Sheray's friend, drunk at that tea party table, sat there and told Drew the reason why Cheray didn't hire Anthony is because Anthony said your husband was gay. Once again, don't care about that man's sexuality. That's him and his wife's business. And if he happens to be gay, I mean, it may explain why he don't see it for her like that. It might explain that. But like I said, I can't really say it.
I don't think he's gay. I think he's just uninterested.
I think a lot of times, like, I'm sorry, but some of the LGBTQ community, they be just starting stuff sometimes. It just be like
this is true.
You just be starting stuff out of nowhere. Like, you have no proof.
Like no proof, no nothing. Yeah. Just throw the rumor out there. Just let it see where it land. Like, I would just throw it out here and see if it sticks.
And like I said, I was like, I don't believe it. Maybe he just don't like his wife. And it was like, you have to like your wife to want to be in a relationship with her and make it work. This is true. But it was like, if you don't like that lady and you don't want to be with her, can you just, like, can y'all cut ties and try to co-parent the best way y'all can? Because this is upsetting me and my homegirls and the ancestors. But Cheray, you talk too much and you run that mouth too much. And it took 10 years to build a house. And a lot of people said Tyrone helped fund that. I'm just gonna mention his name once. They said he helped fund the house.
With
what? Like with Nene booking fee?
Does he have stake in the house? Does he have stake in the house?
I don't know. That's what the people said. They said they think that he was giving her some money on the low to keep, and that's how she got the house built. But
that's true. That's true because Cheray has been bartering and she's been returning stuff for years. They've been saying about her. They said she returned stuff to the JCPenney outlet. They said she returned stuff to Rainbow. So
not Rainbow.
Right, she hasn't paid for nothing since she's been since Bob left,
and that's why she was upset about that $11,160 bill because she thought Marlo was going to buy her. No, Marlo brought the Fendi so you could spend your money. I'm not
right, and that is no type of friend. See, I would have been worried about if Kenya didn't show up because she was sick. I'd have been worried about how the hell you invited me down to a house for a pity party, and I gotta pay, and you know I don't pay.
She just wants the pity. She just wants the pity, and you to feel bad for her. And tell her how smart she is, and how pretty she is, and how she can get somebody else.
Right, and how her arms are strong, and how her arms is defined, and how she look like she can knock somebody out. Tell her that next time she see Tyrone, to put all the power behind her bicep and knock him out. That's what she should have been telling her, encouraging her to knock this fool out.
She did.
Nah, he seemed like the type that'll put her in jail.
Yeah.
He probably would call the authorities.
Like from Friday when they threw that brick through the window and showed up at the house and pepper sprayed him. That crazy be outside. You know, you might want to call the police on her. But Sonya, you're endearing the audience to Drew. Like, Drew is annoying as hell, and like, I don't care how pretty you are, you make me want to karate chop you in the throat as well. Because I was like, girl, let it go.
She make me want to pull her wig down to where her forehead.
Somebody came and did a double karate chop to the throat to Cheray and Marlo. I needed a double karate chop to the throat.
I wanted to jump through the screen on them. How y'all gonna go outside and sit down at an event and talk the way y'all talked about the women who are inside? I don't really care what you say about Sonya because it wasn't really nothing bad, but she is annoying and getting on my nerves, just like Drew. Except Drew, like, here's the thing people don't realize. Drew would eventually give you something to make you like want to beef with her on a personal level. She would have eventually did something because I figured it out. When Drew is backed into a corner, feels ganged up on, especially when there's a lot of people around, she just starts throwing out whatever she can because she doesn't know. First of all, she's not a reader. Second of all, she doesn't know how to like correctly articulate her words and her feelings and her thoughts when she feels ganged up on. I'm the opposite. When you start to gang up on me, I shut down. I get really angry, and it's just like I'm about to start crying because I can't do nothing. Because at this point, I want to put hands on you, but you look like the type to call the police, and I don't want to go to jail. But Drew is the type who starts to like fumble with her words and starts to stutter. So the first thing that comes to her mind, without thinking about it, she throws it out. And I was like, why didn't you just pull her to the side to talk to her, like, personally? Why don't you take her somewhere, like, privately, like down to a restaurant, get some tacos?
There was nothing to talk about. She put her hands in Cheray.
She needed camera time.
Girl, like,
Cheray put her hands in her face too.
Right, this is what I'm saying. And Sonya was just looking for a moment, looking for a reason, looking for a storyline, looking for something. But girl, you was just reaching, trying to pull down a cloud.
Yeah, and I hate to agree with Marlo. Lord knows I do. Child, I hate to agree with Marlo. I hate it. But Marlo was kind of right when they like. Shout out to the editors. Gotta love you, because that's what I went to school for: producing and all this stuff for television and like live sporting events. Shout out to the editors, because when they set up and brought up how many followers each housewife had, it showed that it was Candy, then Kenya, and then everybody else, because at this point they don't matter. But Candy and Kenya have the most followers, and those are the only two that she invited to the Mommy Nation photo shoot. It sets you up to look like a clout chaser, like Drew's gonna call you in the next episode, which then makes you bang on the table saying, I'm a 4-time Olympic gold medalist.
But we don't know you. We don't remember.
She is a gold medalist.
But we don't mention...
She's nobody.
But we don't mention the bronze because we don't want that. But you're a 4-time gold medalist. Put some respect on her name. Well, put some respect on Drew's name. We knew Drew, even if you didn't like Drew, even if Drew hadn't done anything in a while. We knew Drew coming on the show.
Yes.
Everybody knew who Drew was because you either saw Drew as T-Boz in the TLC movie, which it was a great.
It was great. I loved it.
That was like one of the best biopics.
Yeah, it was. It really was.
I really enjoyed it.
And it's so good, so I can't watch it. You know how something is so good.
Little Mama did that too.
It takes me so. It really reminds me of Lisa Left Eye Lopez is a Gemini as well. Rest in peace. But I watched it, but I said I can't watch it so much. You know how you have the movies that you can watch every time it comes on. It's so good and it's so realistic and it's so real, so it makes me sad. You understand?
I can't watch.
It's so good, so it's sad. Like I can't watch it too much because it makes me sad, because that's my era. You know, like.
But Sonya did have her own show. I remember her for. That's why I know her.
Glam and Gold. I think it was Glam and Gold.
What it was? They said it was on WeTV.
It was on WeTV. It was called Glam and Gold.
Get her a show on Oxygen. Put the More Misfits on Oxygen, and they could bring Oxygen back.
Actually, it could have been Oxygen. It was on, because I remember it. Because
it was on OWN, I think. I thought
it wasn't on OWN. It wasn't. It was either Oxygen or WeTV.
I think it was WeTV.
It was WeTV. I remember.
What's the name of it?
I remember watching it. I remember
the channel.
I remember it was on WeTV because
never heard of it.
Bondi reminded us that it was on WeTV. But I feel like if Sonya wants her own show, have her and the More Misfits carry it on down to Oxygen, because Oxygen needs to come back. They need to live out loud again, because at this point they just giving the channel away for free. And
wait, is Oxygen still on? Wait.
It's a Crown network now. It's a Crown. It's like ID channel.
Oh yeah, because that's what I'm saying. Because I used to watch Oxygen because I'm a Jersey Licious girl. I love me some Jersey Licious.
Wait, I'm gonna break down to y'all what happened to Oxygen. So basically, even though Oxygen was living out loud, had some of the best shows, we know Oxygen was popping back in the day.
Because that was where the bad girls came from.
That's Janice Dickinson had a show on there. A lot of people don't remember that Monique had her plus size beauty pageant show on there.
And also Jenny Mai had a show on there with the dressing. Like she used to be a stylist.
The Rap Sisterhood or Sisterhood of Rap, Jersey Licious. They had so many good shows, and BGC truly put them on the map. And I just want to say, if y'all want to watch all the seasons for Bad Girls Club, it's on Tubi for free. It has commercials, but
wait. Tubi got all the seasons of Bad Girls Club. They got season 1 because season 1 was my shit.
All 17 seasons. I was like, oh, I'm gonna go watch my girl.
You done started something this weekend. It's about to be on.
I'm gonna go watch my girl Leslie for one time. But BGC has so many lawsuits, starting with the first lawsuit came when Natalie, even though she said she never did it, they had Snap, and Snap was one of just like their only crime shows before it got switched over. But Natalie sued Oxygen and Bad Girls Production after Red bit her when they got into that fight. The girls from Jayla's season with the Claremont twins, they sued Oxygen and the BGC production, Gentleman Murray, who created The Real World, and then by way created Road Rules and a Challenge. They sued them for all their stuff being destroyed. I'm just going to say this. It was like, and when I say all their stuff was destroyed, they were constantly sending, from what I saw from both interviews that the sisters did and Jayla did, they got sent boxes and bags of just destroyed, like all they, like, everything they bought with them, bags, shoes, clothes, makeup, everything destroyed. And it was just like, they got it sent to them. And what they had on when they left that episode is what they had on. So
I remember that.
Yeah, because they put it in a tub, and like it was, I think they said one of the girls had peed in the water and everything. It was a mess. So they sued them. And then it was that season of the sisters when some of them wasn't even sisters. Two of the girls was
they were dating each other. You know, that girl looks like the girl that's supposed to be the alleged leader of the cult.
Yeah.
She looks like her, because I thought it was her at first. I was like, is that her?
No, but there was like those two, so they lied about being sisters, and then you had the other two who were actually cousins, but they lied about being sisters.
Yeah.
So with that season, they got rid of it was a set of twins, and they thought the set of twins were boring, so they got rid of them. So production brought in another set of twins. However, these set of twins had heart problems. So the girls didn't want no new girls and decided to prank them. It was throwing stuff at them. They threw stuff on them, scared them. Child, they sued them too. So too many lawsuits. Oxygen was like, what we gonna do? Because now, and then like the fights, especially like that fight in New Orleans, it was so brutal. The way, even if y'all didn't think about it, like the way Priscilla was hitting Judy in the face.
But that was the season. That was the real season.
That was a really
that voodoo wasn't working for Judy.
That was a really good season, and y'all should check out y'all ain't right for that. That's not right.
That was turning tricks, and one of them went to jail
for killing the man, for killing the trick. She didn't.
No, she didn't go to jail.
No, she didn't kill him. She stole his money.
But did he die?
He died during relations. He died on top of her, and she took the money and ran.
Yeah, because
she didn't report the body. She
this is what I'm saying. At this point, I think you dropped some Visine. I need to find. I'm about to ask. I'm about to ask, did she drop any Visine?
But they got her. They got her for fraud. So after all these lawsuits and everything, Dick Wolf, y'all know who he is. If you don't, he's the creator of basically every crime show that's on NBC at this point.
Yes, because I'm a crimey. I love crime show. And you know who I think, sidebar, who is so cute? And like, if he wasn't married, or if I wasn't married, Joe Kinder. Oh my God. I have a crush on Joe Kinder.
Who's that?
Who?
Joe Kinder from the ID channel, the homicide hunter.
Let me look him up real quick.
Okay, Marlo. Now you want to go?
Mm-hmm.
But
I think Joe Kinder is so attractive, and his hair is still thick.
But Dick Wolf got with Oxygen, and they decided to turn Oxygen into a crime channel. So that's why you always see any show he's ever had a hand in creating on Oxygen, and then now Oxygen they down bad. So like I said, we're gonna go back to what we was talking about. Sonya, you want your own show? Take your ass down to Oxygen, Live Out Loud, so they can get their stuff back. The more Misfits, if y'all want a show, carry your asses down to Oxygen because they need all the help they can get.
Zeus is where
You need to take your ass down there.
No,
Right, because Oxygen used to be popping.
Yeah, just
Oxygen is no longer Oxygen no more. Go on to Zeus and get your.
Remember Chicago-licious? I used to watch Chicago-licious. I love that show. That was a good show.
And Jersey List.
I love
What they just said. Zeus, I mean, Oxygen was the Zeus before Zeus came about.
Right, yeah. Oxygen was the original Zeus. Because when Tracy spit on Olivia at the Sonic parking lot.
And they got the fight and spilled all that good food.
It would have been on and cracking. It would have been a whole different show.
Big ass. Oh my God, her big hair and the way she was teasing the the Tracy Tease kid.
Child, it was a lot. But
I would have beat her
got kicked in the head
My
in the
favorite
club.
Bad Girls episode was when Tanisha was banging them pats together.
That was season 2.
Oh my God, I can't get no sleep because of y'all. Y'all not gonna get no sleep.
Y'all get no sleep because of me.
Season 1 was great. Season 2.
Season 1 was. I like the girls from season 1.
Season 2 put them on the map. I wish. And first of all, if y'all remember, Naveen, who was on season 2, still looks the same. And is very beautiful. She looks so beautiful. They said the reason why you don't. And then we're going to go back to Real Housewives, even though this conversation is way better than what the episode was. But the reason why we don't see Hannah anymore is because they were like, production played her like a soybean burger bitch and tried to make her seem like she was Tanisha's lapdog. Yeah. And they said that Hannah was way more vocal. They just didn't show a lot of her stuff because she was really getting at certain people, Geneviesia. And then Darlene is still this. And then Darlene is still crazy Darlene, but we love her because she was
right. But who are your favorite bad girls of all time? I gotta go with Megan. See, Megan, people thought that Megan was a pretty girl, and Megan can't fight. And Megan gets it popping. Like, who want to fight?
My favorite. This is hard.
Demetria is my favorite because that's about the last time I watched.
Out of all the seasons. And I've watched all 17 seasons.
Yes.
I'm gonna have to go with Will Marie from season 6.
Oh,
I'm a Will Marie.
Okay.
But
and the only reason why we didn't get to see Wilma no more is because production tried to play her too, and she said she wasn't playing with them, so they banned her. And I was like, how y'all gonna ban a bad bitch? Like, y'all ain't right for this. But back to the Real Housewives and their boring lives, because that's exactly what it's giving. It's giving very boring. Marlo and Marlo and Cheray. If y'all gonna talk about it, be about it. If y'all gonna talk the issue, y'all was talking outside, say it to their faces, because y'all said we're gonna go back in here with these fake hoes and we gonna fake it till we make it. But y'all the fakest ones because y'all couldn't say what y'all said in front of them. And Marlo, how are you gonna say Candy ain't did nothing for nobody when she got you a show and you decided that you didn't want your own show because they wasn't gonna pay you the big bucks, but they wasn't paying you the big bucks on this boring show because you was a C-list character. You
right.
A B-list.
She couldn't even carry. Like, that show would have been over in one season because Marlo can't carry alone. Marlo is fashion. Marlo, she just can't carry alone. Like, I don't want to see a show about Marlo.
I mean, she probably could have did a show, but now nobody's gonna want to work with her because of the way she's acting.
Yeah, and the way you're acting, like, girl, all you could do is point me to the rich white billionaires. Like, if you can't do that,
you talk about the ones that make her wear Confederate shirts.
Not that one, but point me to the other ones. Like, if you could, direct me, to them.
Y'all done seen that? Because
Marlo should be out there in Dubai with them chicks, because that seemed like that would be right up Marlo's alley.
She don't got the money for them. That's money.
Yeah, but the funny part about it is she was talking about Candy not being part of doing stuff for the community. But what has Marlo done? She's come up with a business that doesn't even cater to her community.
Right.
Nobody from our community
caters to a different community in a different way.
Why am I renting your old stinky clothes? Like,
and I was like, if y'all ever been on the Instagram for the archive, and the reason why it's not the correct spelling of what the archive would be is because the archive is already
copyrighted
and trademarked, because it's for a vintage frame company. I had to look it up. It's a vintage frame company. But when I looked
at it, show them people names. That girl just steal everything.
No, she had like, it's the way it's spelled is not the correct spelling of what she's trying to say, but the vintage frame company already had their name, so she had to do it the incorrect spelling, which makes people
she tried to steal their stuff too. That's what I'm saying. She's a thief. She's been a thief. She always will be a thief.
Which makes the people like look at her crazy, because it's just like, you don't know how to spell and you say you've been to Paris. But I've been on like the Instagram, and I say like the people she rents out to, like, I've never seen it for Bambi from Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, but she's rented stuff from Marlo's business and done photo shoots with it.
Bambi? That's a waste of money to me. That's a waste of money.
Light skin.
Renting clothes, because clothes depreciate in value as soon as you put them on.
Well, yeah.
You buy it.
But I guess I understand it's the jewelry and the accessories and bags that where it's at.
But yeah, light skin Keisha, she did like maybe she was like taking photos, but I know she had like whatever Chanel accessories, because obviously Marlo's clothes will not fit all the
fit her, yeah.
But she has a lot of shoes and accessories, and if you keep them upright in the bags and all that, perfect mint condition, then you can rent them out however many times you want. Light skin Keisha, she did some type of photo shoot where she had the tennis racket and it had the double C's.
Yeah.
So whatever Chanel stuff Marlo had, she rented it out to them. I think she dressed Tammy for Tammy's
new show. Well, at least
Marlo
can work, because She by Cheray is just a damn slideshow. At least Marlo got an actual business.
She by
Cheray has been broken down, built up, torn apart.
When you go to her website, it's a slideshow. It's just a slideshow. Like, ain't nothing on
the name. And She by Cheray is Siobhan.
And she's jealous. She's jealous. I mean, but if you were a smart woman, you could see that Candy's business is thriving. Sit down and take some lessons. Take some notes. Ask Candy, what can I do to make my website better? What can I do to get people to buy joggers? What can I do to get people to buy?
Much like right.
But
how can I start a business? Instead of trying to be jealous of people, actually be smart, like Sandy.
But even ask Candy to invest. Candy probably would invest in her joggers,
but not anymore.
I think Cheray needs to have some interns like Sonia Morgan did, because interns will work for free out of these black colleges. And they can do all this work for her for free, marketing all these different things that she needs, and if she's smart, get her a little business license, and so she can actually work colleges and have her stuff going. Just do something other than sitting around pining over something that she don't need to be pining over. She's making stupid mistakes and way too old for this. It's tiring.
You're so right bringing up Sonia Morgan, because Sonia was getting over with them interns, and we didn't see one of her toasters. Her toaster ovens. Did her toaster ovens ever come to fruition?
I have no clue.
Girl, no.
But them interns, but they was in there picking up the dog crap, fixing sinks.
But who gonna intern for Cheray? Who gonna intern for Cheray? Cheray don't know whether she coming or going.
But here's the thing. I'm just putting it out. I graduated with my master's last year.
Congratulations.
I'm not that far out of college. Let me tell you something. We're not doing stuff for free no more, because it doesn't, like, here's the thing. When I interned with a small film production, That's because first of all, I needed those
Hours
credits.
for your
I
grades.
needed those hours to graduate. It was only to graduate because when I say I graduated in under 3 years in undergrad, and my master's program was 2 years, and I did it in a year.
Wow! Congratulations.
It's the reason I'm still paying for that master's degree. It's not it's not a huge number anymore. But freelance photography, some jobs come few and far between. So I gotta hustle as much as I can. But we're not doing stuff for free anymore because even though that experience is great, that's not going to put money in our pockets, and that's not always going to guarantee.
So you're not going to do Sanya's photo shoot for free?
Right.
But that's because she invited them and didn't tell them it was a photo shoot. Normally Kenya.
You better not work for Cheray because it's going to be free.
Kenya needs a fee to model for photo shoots, but she didn't tell them that.
Hey, Bernice.
Right. Hey, Miss Bernice.
But the reason why we don't work for free anymore, and I was like, I'm definitely not working for free, is because, while the experience is great,
right,
it's not always
right.
Yeah. While the experience is great, it's not always going to guarantee that I'm going to get a job. Like I worked with
exactly.
I'm in the Midwest, so when I say I have what am I thinking? Experience with doing live sporting events. I mean, that's football, basketball, baseball. I was ducking baseballs because they flying into the parking lot, busting out people's windshields. It was a mess. Volleyball, soccer, softball, did it all. Was for a class, but I got the experience to put on my resume and on my LinkedIn. Oh, thank you. Had all this experience, and it's just like I'm a year out of master's program, and I'm applying to these jobs. I'm applying to these internships, and it's just like nobody's trying to hire me. And it's like, is it because I'm overqualified in some areas? Explain this to me. So then when you want to give somebody an internship with no pay, it's just like people have bills to pay.
Yeah.
Experience is great. But we live in a world where we got bills to pay and inflation is killing everybody.
You know why it worked out for Sonia Morgan a lot without her paying as well? Because a lot of her interns was rich kids.
Yeah.
They were rich kids that already came from means. And that
just had to do something.
Just to get this experience, whatever. And she had about 5 or 6 of them. I'm like, girl.
It was like,
and they were students. They hadn't graduated.
Yeah.
They were still kind of struggling, so to speak.
You said being an intern, it ain't good to be an intern. Hell, half of the time it ain't good to be a damn college student because they don't want to pay you when you get out when you finish get the degree.
I think everyone who graduates from college goes through that period. After you graduate, you're like, I got my degree, now what? And I went through that too, where people weren't really picking me up as fast as I thought they would because I had my degree, but people value. They want you to fit into their company and their lifestyle.
Yeah.
It's
about the culture of the company.
Yeah.
It's more culture. You gotta fit in. It's more important to fit in than to have that degree because you can have no experience. I work with people who I'm like, how do you work here? Like, how did you get this job? Because you are slow. Like
you are not qualified.
And it's just
people, what's wrong with you?
I was like, I hit rock bottom when McDonald's turned me down. I was like, McDonald's?
I went through that too. But I was working when I graduated college. I was working in warehouses. I hated it. But I was doing whatever I could just to have something
to make money.
Yeah, because I got 2 college graduates, and neither one of them are working in their damn. But they went to school for. I paid all this damn money.
Right.
I'm tired of these people making out kids.
A lot of people are not working
college. You'll be getting a job.
And it's like,
no, go take a trade if you want to.
Set your notifications on. Set your reminders on. So it'll remind you next time that we go live. Because
sometimes we be late. We be on CP time.
Yeah, sorry, don't mean to cut you off. I also just learned from Bondi Blue that when people actually like the videos, it'll send out not even a notification, but it'll bring it up on
an algorithm.
Yeah. and then
Yeah.
it'll
Yeah,
let people
even
see
if
that
they
you're
press the
live.
dislike button, it goes to your advantage.
Even
That
if you
helps
hit
you
the
in the
dislike or
algorithm.
like, you become
Yeah,
Either
a part of
one.
the algorithm. Like when people, it'll pop up on people's timeline.
and people
Yeah,
Yeah,
just
that's
so
why
make
we
sure
always
y'all
say
like
like the
thumbs
video.
up because we giving y'all content now.
yeah, and it was like my family sometimes they'll be like not immediate family that I'm around all the time because like I live at home with my aunt. I'm grateful like I was able to come back and live at home. Shout out to her because it was like I don't know how I was gonna do it, Miss
Right?
Girl,
Yes.
because
Thanks for
it's
the family members. Yes.
it's hard out here. But like
Yeah.
she is all like she supports me and like my mom and my grandpa do because like I'm a freelance photographer. That is a part of what I went to school for. And then with like the YouTube and everything, and like I'm the producer, I'm the director, I'm the editor, I'm person making the graphics and everything. I was like, I do what I went to school for. Like I'm doing that every single day. I'm just not gonna get paid for it at this
Right.
moment.
Not right
But
now.
I let not right now, but I
Not
let
right
the people
now.
know you want to bless me with a little something, that cash app down there in the description box.
Drop your cash
Drop
app.
your cash app. And do you happen to do any? Do you think about doing any classes?
I'm classes. I was like, I don't really want to go back to school, but I was like,
To teach somebody if they want to start a channel, because like you said, you produce, you do the graphics and stuff like that, and a lot of people want to know how to do that.
Yeah, and I was like, for me, this is as I go along, I'm always down to learn something. And I was like, I always tell people I pick up random, I pick up random stuff, and it'll be just sitting in my head until I need it.
Mm-hmm.
Like I know what the plastic piece on the end of a shoelace is, and I won't say any, like I won't have it in my head until somebody be like, "What is it called?" It's an aglet. That's what it's called. I don't know why I know that.
Yeah, because my daughter went to school for business management, and thank God she's an entrepreneur and she started her own business, and that her degree helped her in that way. Because going out here and trying to find these people, it's ridiculous. But they want you to pay all that damn money back. Get out my face. I ain't paying you no money back until I get some money from going to school all this damn
Did
time.
Biden never forgive the loans, like the student loans?
They forgave some of the loans, and then you got people on TikTok. If y'all want to know how to get y'all loans forgiven, y'all go on down to the TikTok because the people trying to help y'all learn how to forgive the loans.
I'm about to say we ain't promoting no scamming.
No, it's not scamming.
Right,
like
we're gonna call our own. We're gonna call our own and find out.
Not no scamming. It's not on no scamming stuff. It's like actual like went to school for business, learned how to do it. They actually show you like not on no scam stuff because I was like, y'all not gonna be on my For You page scamming. I don't do no scamming now. But it's like really they teach you how to do stuff and they also teach you how to not scam the system, but if you need something that say your health insurance is not going like if you need braces, but your insurance is not going to want to cover it.
Yeah, because there's a lot of free money out there. It's about knowing how to get it.
You have to go to your main doctor.
Like give me a small business damn loan, a grant.
Go to the have your orthodontist talk to your like main health care person and tell them that explain to them that this like you need it because it's like basically detrimental to your health. And you can go and get that for basically nothing. Like you get the braces and all that stuff for basically nothing. So the people on TikTok is teaching everybody a lot of stuff. And like when it comes to me like teaching, like I help a lot of like my older family members because they starting businesses later in life. They doing different stuff and they'd be like, you know how to do this? I was like, yeah, I know how to do it. I was like, no, I can't
pay me for my pain and my time.
Right. I was like,
I want to start a seasoning business. I want to sell seasoning. I want to get like a chicken rub, rib rub, pork chop.
Please, someone can stop trying to push hers on us. You go get you some and make it so we can get some real damn seasoning because I see your food.
Yeah, I think you should cook a dish and just show us what you made for the day.
And get
what you always do is go to her Instagram.
I'm cooking, but I make my own seasons and my own rubs and certain like wet rubs for ribs and stuff like that because I make all that from scratch. So I want to start my own line, like so you can sell like the wet rub because everybody always asks like, what do you season your food with? Like, what do you see? And I'm like, it's a mix. So I have my own little secret mix.
That's what you start doing. You start mixing them and you start going to like the farmers markets and places like that, and it'll pick up from there.
Start
now.
hop on
Start
TikTok.
with a couple of jobs, and then you'll see people if people like it. Then you can go to stores and ask them, "Would you mind putting this in your store?" And I'll mind. We can take a percentage. You can get like 30%, and I keep the rest. Oh, because that's how my daughter does with her charms and her wholesale. She went to the mall. Would you mind putting these in your store? And my daughter is in 3 stores. She's in
Yeah, I think
2
I
stores
want
in
to do
DC,
that.
Oh,
and she's
wow.
in 1 store in Atlanta.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna definitely do that. I
And
want
she's
my
doing
face with
charm
some
baby.
wet rib rub.
Yeah, I've seen some of like you definitely have to, and that's why I'm thankful that I have like my best friend who's like my sister, and it's just like we got so close due to a situation that probably will be a story time on my YouTube channel sometime later in life. But she got a marketing degree and she's helping me at this point she's working on getting everything together. But like I started a lip gloss business. Now it didn't really take off when I first started it because I started it right before the pandemic happened. So then it's just like trying to do all that. But using TikTok, like using social media, not just TikTok, using any type of social media platform to your advantage will get you to where you want to be. Even if
Yep.
it's not like the upper 1% of like wealth, it will get you to a comfortable position because I've seen many people on TikTok with these seasonings, like just making them every single day,
Yeah,
popping
I
up on
think
the For You
I'm gonna
page.
start that this summer. I think when I
One
have my
lady,
kids at home.
one lady home, like her seasonings Walmart, I guess in her, like I think it's in her city, but they now carrying her seasonings, and I was like,
Yeah,
y'all
that's
better
all you gotta do. You
get
gotta
like
open your mouth and ask. People are willing to help. You just gotta step out your comfort zone and go out there and ask. Cause I'm looking at my daughter like, girl, you more bolder than me.
And
Yeah.
also, it's good to build a network. You got to
yes,
have people around. That's why I
Mm-hmm.
love hearing from Thick Girl, from Ricardo, from Ray Ray, anybody who wants to
Yeah.
jump in. You got to build your network up with
Yeah.
people who are like minded, with
Exactly.
people who you can get along with.
Cause I get more of I get more of my customers from YouTube and just being around dealing
Right.
on
Mm-hmm.
here than I do
Because
with the
not
yes,
people that I
everybody
know.
not everybody is willing to share your
Cause
business.
everybody want a damn discount and you ain't getting
Yeah.
no discount.
that's
Well,
another
yeah.
thing.
So if y'all got a business,
Right. That's what I said. You
let
come
us
up here, you
know.
shout
Let
out your
us know.
channel. Don't
That's
it's
Because
here.
we love to
We
promote
welcome that.
that business up in here. So
I
we
Yeah.
will
love
never. Sorry, don't mean to cut y'all off. I will never understand why family members, when you start a business, like
What is going
I
on?
have my lip gloss. I got the Elder Be Damn merch. It's on my Teespring. Y'all go check that out if you want one, so you can wear it in Remedial English's face if you ever see her. Um, and then like I have like my photography and anything else I'm gonna start. I don't understand why it's like family members like love y'all to death. Why you want a discount? I got to make my money just like you got to make your money, and you want my services. You want the products that I'm pushing out, and it's not like I skimp on the stuff because I try to get the best of the best to do all this stuff with. Like if there's a sale on backdrops, I'm going to buy backdrops so I can have like a backdrop ready for you. You want the 2000s little heart MySpace backdrop, I got that for you. You want to do an under the sea theme for your kid, I got that for you. You maybe want to do like a Toy Story theme, I got that for you. But what you're not going to do is try to skimp me on my money because you don't want to pay the price. I ran into a situation because it's like I also do slideshows and I did an obituary, and the like I got it done and the man like loved it, and he paid me more than what I charged him for because it was just like I didn't like it was like, first of all, I don't know how y'all financial situation set up, and I know you just lost your mother, so I don't want to charge like an exuberant amount of money.
Mm-hmm.
But he paid me more than what I actually charged him for. So the next person who called about a slideshow and an obituary, and I told them my price, once again, same thing I charged him, not what he gave extra, same thing I charged him. It was, oh no, we're not gonna go with you. We got somebody else who could do it. They're gonna do it. And it was a family member of theirs for free. And from what my mama told me when she went to that funeral,
The
them obituaries.
quality was horrible, huh?
Right, but it's just like you don't want to pay the price, and it's not like I'm going to cheat you, I'm going to do you badly. I'm going to put my all into it because even if I didn't know the person, they still deserve to have something great.
Right, and that's your business and that's your name. So you're gonna try to give off the best quality
Right.
because a lot of businesses
Exactly.
carry through word of mouth. Because if you did something that's excellent for me, why wouldn't I want to tell? Because as soon as I get my glass from Thick Girl, I'm gonna be over there with my family. Like,
I'll be glad when that glass gets there. I'll be so glad. That glass. That seems like it's been in the mail,
right? Because I'm gonna be over there like, oh, look at my glass, and they all gonna want one. Right? They like,
And it was like when I get my little extra money, because I am booked for somebody did book me for a September birthday party, and this was back in May, and I was like, oh my God, I'm thankful because it was a word of mouth situation. It was like y'all booked me off of word of mouth and off the photos you got to see that I did for somebody else. And I tell the people, I take about maybe one party I did like 900 photos. 900. I went through. I was like, when I go through these, I'm gonna take out the ones that quality may have been bad due to lighting. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna create a folder on a
24 time.
Sorry. I'm trying to turn this off.
That was when Beyonce Jr. took her daddy. That's Beyonce Jr. She looks just like her mama.
She does. But
she said, "Daddy, get off my hair."
I did see that, but she looks so adorable though.
When I first saw her, I was like, "Did Beyonce shrink?"
Right.
She's looking more and more like her mom.
This is why I wanted to do the show tomorrow, because I need to get the Saucy Santana's behind for talking about
yes.
Saucy.
And I like Saucy. I like Saucy and all his BBLs.
Saucy, how you gonna?
But y'all know, Shady gotta go to bed, y'all.
Yeah, right. Sorry, don't mean to.
Saucy is out too.
But in closing, what do y'all feel about the episode so far, and how it's going? How's the season going?
I don't like them.
I think it's slow, but at the same time, it's gonna be good because it's gonna be some more drama. Drew gonna keep lying, she gonna keep getting caught lying, and Sanya is gonna go off. Her mama is gonna cause a scene. It's just gonna be some regular drama. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be real good.
I agree. I think it's starting off a little bit, but it has the potential to get better, especially the reunion.
Yeah,
am I really good?
Am I able to go one by one before we leave? Or just as a whole? Okay, Marlo. It's gonna be sad next episode for your sister. We praying for you, good sis. Marlo the credit card or whatever y'all call that lady. We sorry about your sister. We would like for you to stop being messy, but that's not going to stop because you need to hold on to the peach. You got to pay for that plot of land you want to build a house on. Drew, I wish you would I don't say she lie per se. She tells
she lie.
She's a fibber.
Somewhere in her lies are the truth, because when it comes to the whole LeBron thing, if you got to go page 30 on Google, there's articles about them possibly going together, and Drew was that girl in the early 2000s. Yeah. She was definitely that girl.
She ruined her career by sleeping with Derwin.
Yeah,
but she still was with somebody's man, because everybody knew him and his baby mama was still together at that time.
Right.
So
well, no, they had even though I was I don't know what a break is for people, they had broken up for a minute, and that's when they said Drew slid in. But somewhere in the lies or the fibs or whatever half truths that Drew tells, she's telling the truth. I would like you to learn how to articulate and figure out how to say what you need to say to people when you feel like you ganged up on. Candy, you're doing fabulous. Keep working, because girl, I see an EGOT in your future. I really do. I want to see her show a la carte, because they say she.
Oh no, that show is good. It's on Prime. I watched it, and that's the show I meant to mention. It's with her, the other gentleman that be on what's his name?
Kendall.
The other girl, stop Jessie Woo. And it's really good. And her and Jessie Woo get into a little entanglement, she was down to the coochie. Candy.
I heard, and I was like, y'all gonna make me have to go.
That show is really good. It's on Amazon Prime. It's really good.
Yeah, y'all gonna make me have to go get a 30-day subscription to All Black for this, because I'm not gonna pay for it all, because I only want to see this show. Cheray, stop lying. You and that felon came up with this storyline. I don't know how you paid that $11,000 for that Fendi, but like Thick Girl said in the comments, when the
Put
cameras
that
went
shit
off,
back.
you gave it all back.
Sheree, no pay.
You should be ashamed of yourself when it comes to She by Sheree, because how did I make my Elder Be Damned merch in what, one day, and you have not made She by Sheree in how many years?
10 years.
Damn.
And nobody's worried about She by Sheree. Nobody's thinking
Don't nobody
about
want the She by Sheree. Spring, summer, fall, winter. Get off our screens and get you a life. Kenya, keep being Kenya, because at this point, like, I ain't got nothing bad to say about Kenya. She's a better bone collector than Sheree at this point. And
True.
Sonya, girl, like, you're going out bad, this girl. Even though people don't want to say you're going out bad and want to continue to ride the wave that Drew is annoying and she does tell half truths, but you're still going out bad because that lady ain't do nothing to you. You could have waited. Really waited until she did something to you. Then you could have went at her. And the fact that you and your mom about to gang up on her next episode, and the people already going, like, the people on Instagram and Twitter already going at Sonya's throat.
Yeah, because it's not a good look.
As they should.
You gotta make it make sense. You gotta make it make sense for the people. You just can't go out there and just start beef for no reason.
Yeah, and then, like, sorry, I don't mean to cut you off, and I'm gonna be done. The Peach Report Daily asked on Twitter, they said, who do you think for this season is really carrying? Do you know what the people said in the comments? The majority of the comments were, take a wild guess.
Probably Kenya.
No.
It ain't Marlo, I hope.
They said Drew, because they said the reason why Drew is carrying this season, even if she is telling lies, that got
Carrying
her.
what?
Here's the thing. They said she was carrying because even with her, like, lies, like, half-truths about the whole LeBron situation, they got the people talking about the show and the episode and her. The whole Ralph and her situation.
Yeah,
that's really
that's
got...
true.
I can see it.
That's
because the Lunchable situation, like, girl, what he say? He should have gave you a Lunchable?
Right. It's starting to think off with Sheree, starting that off with saying, yeah, I get it.
I think these heifers gonna get on my nerves the rest of this season.
Sanya starting with her, and it was like, nobody can keep Drew's name out their mouth, even when they off the show. They really can't keep their names, like, her name out their mouth.
Her wigs are looking good or bad.
She's not carrying, though.
That's what the people said. That's not what I said. That's what the people said.
But people are talking about Drew. People are talking about Drew. If we're not talking about her wigs, or we're not talking about her fashion, we're not talking about her allegedly cheating husband, and we're not talking about her,
we're not gonna do House of Darion like that. We're not
gonna House of Darion. Apple bottom jeans back.
Yeah, I need some apple bottom.
Ooh, that was a real echo.
Big girl, are you in a tunnel?
You in a tunnel. Go ahead.
I was in the back of my building. No, I was saying that y'all should look up her sister, Drew's sister, because she, with the timeline that she gave, it don't make sense. About she called herself clearing it up for Drew.
Her sister came out and said that Drew was dating LeBron James back in the day.
Like, what's the year?
But the thing is, the dates that she gave don't add up. Because the early 2000s when
thick girl.
You out of reception.
You didn't cut out.
I think Thick Girl said she was in the back of her building, but maybe she's in a better space now. But Mace, what's your final thoughts as we?
I think the shows are picking up. I'm not feeling Marlo. I think they need to snatch her peach. Cheray needs to stop agreeing with everybody and lying, and it's just a lot.
Why must she co-sign everything?
Right, and just agreeing and co-signing and lying and then saying that Tyrone called her and she hung up on him.
Lies.
The lies.
It was disgusting to see two black women just degrade another black woman like that.
Yeah, I didn't like the way they was coming for Candy. And they were coming for Candy unwarranted. Like, that was like...
Not even just Candy. Kenya. Called Kenya a video hoe who been ran through by all the rappers in America, and she mad that she didn't get no ring. And I said, really? That's what y'all gonna say about...
I forgave Kenya, because when Kenya was in my man video, I forgave her for that. Kenya
was that
non video, like, I'm trying to act like she was what's the girl, Sharon Stone? Like, I was very upset about that. But
Kenya was that girl. Y'all need to go back to the 90s. She was stealing people, man, and Waiting to Exhale. Wasn't she?
Right.
Did she steal her man? Savannah, man, at the event. Who man did she take at the event? I can't remember.
Savannah's.
It was Savannah, man.
She had Gabrielle Union's man. She was playing what Lucius's wife, Lumpy and Reese's is what LL Cool J called them.
Lumpy and Reese's.
It Deliver Us from Eva. That's what because she was in there and she called that's what LL Cool J called them when he came up in there. He was like Lumpy and Reese's. That's what, but it was really Lucius and Renee. She had that man. Like Kenya was that girl. She was in all the shows. She was in all the magazines. I saw the movie Twi and I was like, oh, Kenya.
Right, Kenya was our Black Barbie. She was the Black Barbie.
I think she had an actual Barbie.
And Kenya is gorgeous. Kenya is gorgeous.
Yeah, that face card never declines. Now that booty, on the other hand, we're gonna have to have a conversation about that.
Yeah, we're gonna have to talk about that one.
Saying that about Kenya, I was like, y'all, that made me sick. And then the way when child Marlo, and it's burned into my head, she said that she was a hoe who screwed everybody in Atlanta, all the rich men in Atlanta, but the puss was whack. But this is where Marlo didn't say this. If y'all was paying attention to the subtitles, it was Cheray who said, and that's why she had to marry below her tax bracket. That's who said that. That wasn't Marlo.
She did.
I have to go back and listen to that because if that was Cheray, you really got some nerve.
That was
like Cheray. You done wrenched down in the prison system.
That was Cheray, because I was like, who said that? Because Marlo was just talking, but they forget the mics are going to pick up on everything.
I did see the subtitles come up, and I was wondering why did they put the subtitles? Like,
if Marlo was talking, no, that was Cheray, because Cheray had said something right before that. But as soon as Marlo said, and the puss was whack, and that's why the puss was whack, and that's when Cheray came in, even though it was low, but the microphone picked it up and the subtitles came with it. And that's why she had to marry below her tax bracket. And the fact that y'all trying to insinuate that her husband is cheating on her, but neither one of you heifers have a husband. I'm really confused on how
she
y'all
was in that car, in that race car, in the Money Ain't a Thing video. But my thing is when she was down there with Nas, like Nas is my man. Like I was don't Kenya, like, and I had to, learn to forgive her for that one because anybody when Nicki Minaj kissed Nas,
and
I want to fight that girl.
I beat the shit. They brought Monyetta on earlier. I thought she was going to be more of a friend to the show. So are you saying that she's going to be more of a friend coming up because they need something else? Because Sanya not bringing it, and she's a throwaway to me.
Right, but Monyetta better come on here talking about her tubes. If she's not talking about her tubes, I don't want to hear it.
I'm still mad about that.
Hey, Thick Girl, what are your final thoughts on this episode and the season, how it is so far?
I want Sonya to get a life and to get some real beef or shut up. I want them to leave Candy the hell alone and stop being so envious and jealous. Can you please keep going this way because I like you better like this, even though you was my girl when you was messy, but I like this better.
She's still messy, but it's a
I'm talking about what she was. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yes, a sophisticated mess.
Yeah, it's a sophisticated messy now.
Do not talk about people when your coochie, when you can't even give yours away to a man that's been around all men for almost 10 years. Don't ever do that because you make yourself look stupid. Don't have your daughters out here thinking this is what you take off of a man because I'm so desperate to have a man and I'm still sad even though he left me sitting at the table looking like a damn fool.
She should have known Lyra wasn't with it because when he get out of jail, the first thing he probably wanted, like, oh girl, you come up here, come see me. I can't come down there. You come see me. And if he wasn't giving you that type of energy, girl, he was not into you.
But that it's a lie because remember when it first came on, she said it was over quick. Girl, y'all ain't had sex yet. Get out of here, girl. He at his real girlfriend house. Stop playing with us.
Marlo haven't had sex. We're gonna discuss that Friday down to the basketball wives.
I can't believe she gave him some.
Oh yes, y'all be sure to tune in. We're gonna be on Nola's channel on Friday at 9:30 Eastern. discussing Basketball Wives. So be sure to join us over there. Also, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I want to thank everybody who has shown up. I Be the Shit, Thick Girl, Ray, Ranting with Ricardo. Thank you, Cleo,
Latasha,
Tasha, anyone who I missed, and anyone who catches the replay. I love
Nola was in here.
yes, and we just want to say, and we welcome you promoting your business or anything that you have going on in this channel. Anything that you promote over here doesn't take anything away from us. We're not like that over here.
Yeah, we love to promote. So
yeah, so if you want to promote your channel, your business, you could drop it in the chat. You could come up. Anything, it doesn't take anything away from us, So
yes, and go subscribe to my page. Go subscribe to my channel. It's the name that's in the box.
Prosperity Thick Girl 40. Subscribe to Ranting Ricardo. Follow her on Instagram as well.
3 more subscribers away from hitting 200, and I'm trying to get monetized by my birthday. Got a question for the people who have already watched Basketball Wives, because I have yet to do that and take notes. How mad am I going to be on this episode?
You'll probably be a little disgusted.
Am I going to cuss?
And irritated.
Maybe.
Probably,
because I definitely had a little choice words for the screen.
These homie hopping hooping
as per usual
to get on my nerves.
As per usual, but we will see y'all on Friday. Y'all be sure to go over to Nola's page. We'll be over there, hanging out over there on her page for the Let's Get the Reads panel. But for tonight, I want to thank y'all once again. Y'all be safe, and we will see y'all on Friday.
All right. Night, y'all.
Right. Night.
Have a good night, everyone.
Good night, everyone.
Hit that like button.
It's almost time for the Real Housewives of Atlanta review, featuring Shady B, the best beard on YouTube, and Mace Moreau, the wig. You guys ready? Let's get into it. Starts now.